of Ghana on X Spaces and on Facebook. Coming up, students with disabilities face expulsion from public universities in 3 days over unpaid fees as disbursement delays.
As this stands now, about a year now, they have not paid our school fees, and course registration is ending on Friday. And most of our members are saying that they are going to defer their course.
Also coming up, National Labour Commission summons CLOSAG and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission amidst growing tension and threats of strike over a new salary structure.
That conclusion that you anticipate that there will be a delay and therefore the response to your delay is a strike, for me, it doesn't gel. We have petitioned National Labour Commission to intervene in this matter.
In business,
Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam announces financial and technical review of entire energy sector. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And we'll bring you updates of the U.S. election as Donald Trump takes a lead as the provisional results trickle in. We're live at the American Embassy here in Accra. These and more with me, Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson. Stay with me. Now, students with disabilities at public universities face potential expulsion due to unpaid fees, despite being on government scholarships that haven't been disbursed for months. Foster Kudese, one of the affected students, shared on PM Express last night that they've just 3 days to settle their fees to risk being sent home.
For people living with disability, so they afford our school fees, but as this stands now, about a year now, they have not paid our school fees, and course registration is ending on Friday. And most of our members are saying that they are going to defer their course. And currently, when we went to the scholarship secretariat, they were saying that they don't have any money. So if we are saying that we are going to demonstrate or we are going to defer our courses, unless we go to Ministry of Finance to release money to them before they can pay us. And currently, to this week, Legon, they are ending their course registration on Friday. So it means most of us, we are going back home.
Foster Kudese is one of the affected students. Well, Miracles Abwaji, spokesperson for the Baumia campaign team, assured that the team will intervene when they win power, if they win power, beg your pardon. He spoke on PM Express.
The program clearly has to be constantly looked at and tweaked and improved. So you run a program for about 3-4 years, it's encountered challenges. You need to find a way to improve upon what you have now going into the future. And that's what Dr. Mahmoud Bamia has spoken about. I don't think that this week the university is going to let any of them go home. I mean, this is a very important information.
But the Vice President look into this.
Definitely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. It will be dealt with immediately.
Miracle Sabwaji on PM Express last night. Now, the National Labour Commission has summoned the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOSAG, and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission amid rising tensions and threats of a strike over a new salary structure. Listen to CEO of the Fair Wages Commission, Benjamin Arthur, who says they expect a ruling in their favour.
If you disagree with government's offer or its position, what is of importance is to communicate your position. And all that you could afford to do is to write and tell your members that they should take away their productivity and still demand their pay. That is most unfair. We have petitioned National Labour Commission to intervene in this matter, and hopefully tomorrow they have called all of us to appear before them. I'm sure sanity will prevail after the National Labour Commission has intervened in this matter.
You had CEO of the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Benjamin Arthur.
Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants (CIMA) and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants (AICPA), together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental, Wellness and Beauty, Shopbox Technologies, a convenient service, Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development, and Syntex Tanks. A year strong, a year tough.
In our election headquarters, we start from the U.S. and Republican Donald Trump has taken an early lead in the presidential election. Provisional results indicate he has gained 230 electoral college votes as against Kamala Harris, 182. For a candidate to win the U.S. elections, he or she is required to have 270 electoral college votes to score a seat in the White House. And joining us this morning is Kenneth JC, who is live at the American Embassy. Kenneth, what's the atmosphere there?
Well, the mood here is not that enthusiastic. The U.S. ambassador and the American community here as a resident are keenly monitoring the election results on CNN. You've got pictures of the two leading candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, displayed here. I've tried to pick a word or two from the people here, but none is ready to speak as of yet. But one source here told me that whoever emerges victorious, it is democracy that has won, but as has been the case since voting or counting of the votes began, Donald Trump continues to be in the lead. And of course, we'll continue to monitor what happens here and update our listeners.
Thank you so much, Kenneth Jesse. And back here in Ghana, flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has urged voters to reject the National Democratic Congress and its presidential candidate, John Dramani Mahama, in the upcoming December 7 election. He says the election is a choice between Ghana's past and the future. He spoke at a rally in the Ashanti region.
Into December the 7th, polling stations. Yadachi Abba, Naya Kotono. Yadachi Abba, Naya Manum Badium, Obese Yadachi Amaye. Idania Dumana Riba, Medin Shisha Fufro, Eba Ghana, Maybe Sissy Ghana.
And you heard there the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, indicating that the voters shouldn't bring in John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, and that when he comes, he's come to change the fortunes of Ghanaians. Now to the camp of the NDC, former President John Mahama is also surprised. The NPP's recent campaign advert is promising to support local poultry farmers. A promise, he says, contradicts their previous stance where he said they mocked him for saying he will support the industry. He's been speaking during his OT regional campaign tour.
NPP is consistently the most inconsistent party because adia mosre say enye juma efata emabunu ene de masa ba be advert say mo de mo ba mo be boy emabunu mo ma hwe nkoko o hwe omoman constitutional almost say they are property owning democracy e che say omo ye party a omo ba mu a
Still on the election headquarters, General Secretary of the Ghana Freedom Party, George Affle, has justified the filing of a fresh candidate for the 2024 election. The party yesterday filed Philip Apiakubi as new flag bearer, but a section of the party leadership, in a statement signed by organizer Richard Botry, in a counter statement indicated to the EC that the GFP has withdrawn from the race. But speaking on Top Story last night, General Secretary George Affle said the counter statement should be disregarded.
Our mother, the late Okiadonko, is the founder and the flag bearer of the party. And she told us to consult this one, and this one. And you have done exactly that. So the constitution doesn't come in.
The constitution of your party doesn't come in?
He is the face of the party. And he has asked us to do A, B, C, D. So we have to go by our mother directive. At exactly 107, we are the EC. And we file our nomination. And Mr. Philip Apiakubi is our new flag bearer. And a running mate is called Vida Eshon.
Away from the election headquarters, tracking fires is essential to reducing the impact on the environment. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin focuses on a new powerful fire mapping tool, delivering fast, detailed and reliable information for wildfire response into its edition of Climate Focus.
The system enables them to track satellite data products in real time for several applications such as land use, wildfire monitoring, weather forecasting, and climate modeling, among others.
The Earth Observation Research and Innovation
Engineer Ekosi is the ground systems manager.
So the Earth Observing System affords us with satellite information data that helps us to detect fire hotspots in Ghana and in West Africa. The information is fed into an advanced virtual fire information system, which is an ICT-based information to alert farmers and then other stakeholders about areas areas where fire is of high risk and where fires are currently occurring. We do this in near real time as and when there's a satellite pass over the system.
It is Ghana's only provider of near real-time Earth observation satellite data.
So even though we have this infrastructure located here installed in Sunyani, the combined SWAT area for the satellite data products covers the whole of West Africa, some portions of East Africa, and then Northern Africa as well. This infrastructure is currently the only one in Ghana serving this purpose and providing Earth observation related satellite data products in Ghana.
Climate Focus is brought to you by Joy News in partnership with Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging gaps for positive youth development, and the Climate Development Knowledge Network.
Mohammed Nuruddin's report bringing us to the end of this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car cashier. Prizes are cashier in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Choboy! Yeah. We have a new leader in town. Obiarenti. Amafo. Madam was Sibebre. When him say my baby, maybe more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal packed with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial star 920 star 888 hash. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent,
Omnibus.
The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi, you mean Omni Basic? OMNIBSIC. Omni Basic. Let me hear you say it.
Omni Basic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omni Basic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omni Basic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omni Basic.
At your service.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You're welcome back to the Super Morning Show, and which is really happening from two locations today, here in the studios at Kokomleme and also in the residence of the U.S. ambassador to the Republic of Ghana, where people are watching it live, where some people are likely to consume U.S. breakfast this morning. Others may not be happy because of the outcome of the impending outcome of the U.S. election, which is our main focus today. We spent a lot of time trying to look at it from all perspectives. More importantly, as of course we are Ghanaians, we are interested in whether policy will shift when it comes to Ghana, if there is a change in direction. And I'll be mentioning the Africa Growth Opportunity Act, which allowed a lot of people to actually export goods to the US and other places. Will it end next year, or it will be renewed if indeed Donald Trump, we are told, is leading, ends up winning the election? But of course, the 6 a.m. news was brought to you by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters. But coming up now is the Joy Business Report, and Darryl is already in studio with me. I wanted to ask him whether his candidate is winning, but Darryl has refrained from participating in any election talk this morning. Are you up for it now? Are you following keenly?
Well, we are following keenly. It's still early days yet, right?
Yes, but you watch CNN even when there's no election. But people are saying that the CNN journalists are a bit dull this morning.
Yeah, some of our colleagues who have been monitoring.
Yeah.
I don't know why they are dull. Is that to suggest something?
Well, I don't know, but we shall be following today and get you the latest developments there. The Joy Business Report actually is brought to you by Omni Basic Bank at your service, Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Jacques Decor, crafting comfort, designing dream.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam announces financial and technical review of entire energy sector as government takes measures to deal with numerous challenges facing that sector. Also, cedi depreciation against dollar reaches almost 28%, according to some banks, as they push for increased Bank of Ghana support to deal with recent pressures. Plus, the IMF wants Ghana to be aggressive on revenue mobilization to help tackle the high deficit numbers. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us, everyone. Hello to our friends listening from Kofor Radio and KT Radio. Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam has announced that government will soon embark on a comprehensive review of the entire energy sector. This will seek to address financial and technical challenges facing the energy sector. The Finance Minister says government is also looking at allowing the private sector participate in operations of the Electricity Company of Ghana.
We will audit ECG, and we are discussing with you the terms of reference for this. And we are also committed eventually to bring back PSP and ECG. These are commitments I'm making on behalf of the government of Ghana. They are not my personal commitment. They are commitments I'm making on behalf of the government of Ghana, so approved by the cabinet of President Akufo-Addo. And so let's work together to implement these measures so that we can build an energy sector that will not support only Ghana, because we are the gateway to the sub-region, but we'll also have an energy sector that can supply the energy needs of our neighboring countries.
You had the Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. Meanwhile, energy strategist Dr. Yusuf Sulemana has indicated that the effective implementation of the cash waterfall mechanism could be one of the surest ways to deal with challenges facing the energy sector. The program seeks to ensure that equitable distribution of monthly revenue collections by the ECG takes place to all sector players, and the country's donor partners are currently putting pressure on government to ensure strict enforcement of the program. Dr. Sulemana maintains it could deal with some of the sector's dwindling fortunes.
If you take money for a purpose and then you don't use it for that purpose, it will find issues, especially in government coffers. So I think it's in our best interest to let the cash waterfall mechanism work and work efficiently. And if it works, we all know the issues with the ECG. So if an X amount of revenue is mobilized, however little it is, if the players within the chain are not assured that this amount they are getting continuously, there's a cost to be worried. And the important thing is that it's about cash flow. It's just to guarantee that we will have an X amount of money coming in. It's going to help a nation. And they can do some issues, actually, because some of these IPPs, because they know that some X amount of money has been collected from ECG, and they know they're required to take this amount, and it's not coming to them. That is why sometimes you see them agitating and potentially taking up power from our grid.
You had Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, who is an energy strategist. Now, the city's depreciation against the dollar has reached almost 28% for the first 10 months of the year. That's according to some banks tracking the performance of the local currency from January to October this year. Here's more in the following report.
Some of the banks describe the month of October as one of the challenging months for this year, as it posted a monthly depreciation of 3% against the US dollar. This brings depreciation through the first 10 months of this year to almost 28%. But despite this challenge, the commercial banks are however optimistic that the current pressure can be minimized if the Bank of Ghana increases the amount of dollars that it offers to the market through its auction program for the commercial banks and the importers of petroleum products. The commercial banks believe that if liquidity improves significantly on the market, that could help in slowing the city's rate of depreciation against the US dollar. But the Bank of Ghana, on the other hand, disagrees, insisting that they have not done enough to meet the market demand, a move that has elevated the current pressure on the local currency. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, speaking at a program recently, insisted that the Bank of Ghana has the required dollars to even drop the local currency rate to the dollar at around 10 cedis from the current 16 to 17 cedis range. However, for some market watchers, the current situation with the Ghana cedi should be seen as seasonal, linked to the Christmas festivities and the December general elections. They are of the view that things should improve in the coming months.
That was a business desk report. So on the currency market this morning, the dollar going for 17 cedis 20 pesos. That's what some forex bureaus are offering. The British pound at 22 cedis. The euro going for 18 cedis 50 pesos. Now, the IMF wants Ghana to do more in the area of revenue mobilization to help check the high deficit numbers and expenditure. Ghana's debt to GDP ratio is still above the 70% rate despite government embarking on a debt restructuring program. Now, the director of the African department at the IMF, Abebe Selassie, says there's still a way out of this challenge, especially when it comes to rising debt levels and the election spending challenge.
Ghana, of course, has gone through a really wrenching period of macroeconomic instability, and decided to move forward with a comprehensive set of reforms. I think these reforms are beginning to bear fruit, and that's the growth numbers that we're seeing. And going forward, really, it's continuing to strike a healthy balance between the continued need to address all the development spending needs Ghana has with avoiding debt sustainability. So that requires, maintaining modest levels of fiscal deficit, going through an election cycle now, avoiding the pitfalls to which Ghana has the pitfalls Ghana has faced in election cycles in the past. These will all be critical to making sure that going forward Ghana can have a healthy macroeconomic situation.
Director of the African Department at the IMF, Abebe Selassie there. Now, the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana has advocated a new era where African businesses can collaborate to engage businesses in the U.S. The Chamber is of the view that such a move will present a formidable force regardless of who wins the U.S. polls. Speaking to Joy Business, the Executive Secretary, Simon Maggi, emphasized the importance of a united African business front.
I think what is important is that our diplomats in Washington, D.C., from the African continent, should be prepared to have a clear strategy to engage whoever is elected as U.S. president to put the Africa case for investment on the table. But I think we all know the statistics. Africa is very important. Very soon, 1 out of every 4 persons on earth will be an African. And so it's important for the U.S. And what we also have is that we have abundance of critical minerals, and America is in pursuit of great technology. So there'll be a lot of engagement. But it all comes down to what we all want. And I think it's important that we all begin to speak to say, look, we've been friends with America, we continue to be friends with America.
You had Executive Secretary of the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, Simon Maggi, and we'll speak about the U.S. elections. Early results, as reported by several news networks in the U.S., shows that former President Donald Trump is currently in the lead. Now, many citizens are beginning to appreciate the need to invest in their future to have a fulfilled financial independence after active work. This follows the launch of a new mobile app known as Achieve by Petra, a pension management and investment firm. Huzaifa Abdullahi is General Manager for Aspire Achieve by Petra, which has been explaining to Joy Business the importance of the app.
You can start investing in DigiSave with as little as 10 CDs. So we have a lot of people who are, in fact, I think we looked at it last month, and over 70% of the people who use Achieve prior to using Achieve had never invested formally before, right? They just knew that they could do susu or something of that sort. If I'm making an interest, where is it coming from? If whatever it is, I'm understanding the financial bit of it, so financial literacy.
You had Huzaifa Abdullahi, General Manager for Aspire Achieve by Petra. Now, international tech company Yango has organized a free health screening exercise for female relations of its partner drivers and couriers. This initiative is part of the company's commitment to ensuring the safety and well-being of relations of its partners. Public Relations Manager for Yango Africa, Bennett Otu, explains that the exercise is part of the company's corporate social responsibility.
So today what we did here was to partner with Standout Care, which is a leading health practitioner, to organize a free health screening focused on breast cancer and prostate cancer awareness. The just ended month, October, was breast cancer awareness month, So we decided today, being a Saturday, to organize this at the market in Accra, the Rollins Park, for all market women.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, during the lockdown, Boyama and team decided to start a business, and 3 years on, it is a success. Today on the Joy Business Van, we visit her startup, NutriHealth Foods and Beverages, where she produces her flagship hibiscus tea products.
Hello, Joy Business Van. My name is Boahima Intim, and I'm the Innovation and Business Development Lead at NutriHealth Foods and Beverages. Welcome to our production center.
Starting a hibiscus tea business was not exactly a plan for Boahima Intim before the COVID-19 pandemic. She couldn't have imagined it, but the pandemic, despite its toll, was also a silver lining. Let's rewind.
We were home and there was a lot of time on our hands. We also wanted to explore a business that would do well in a pandemic, and this came up. I looked back on the way we have been healthy before orthodox medicine and decided that it's time to put what we know together in a way that will satisfy our clients and cause them to drink health instead of just drinking ordinary tea. So we started with just 1 or 2 variants and have built it to about 10 variants because there's so much in our herbs, spices, and natural flora and fauna that is good for our bodies.
All right, so catch full episode 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report. If we don't have to go live to the US for whoever has to give us a victory speech, and 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. On the commodity market, before we go, crude oil dropped marginally to $74 a barrel. Gold selling at $2,738 an ounce after losing about $5. Cocoa also lost $18, open trading at $6,946 a ton. I just wanted to point out, I mean, yesterday we were reporting that the dollar had weakened because the polls were tilting towards Kamala Harris. And so a Donald Trump win will mean that the dollar is going to be very strong.
I saw some statistics pointing to that the U.S. economy actually generally fares better under Trump compared to... But, I mean, of course, those are just isolated, sometimes not comprehensive analysis of how economies behave in general. So, I mean, you need to have a proper and a more comprehensive view of it.
Yeah, I'm saying that in connection with the city, that's all.
That's all. so one may be bad or good for the city, depending on which
situation. Let's see what happens. Like, I mean...
But a stronger dollar is terrible news for us, right?
Yeah.
It's not something that we should be excited about. It's not good news when the dollar is stronger. In fact, it means that we are weaker.
Everything settles when there's certainty about who is going to be the next US president, I guess.
And certainly that's what we are following up here on the Super Morning Show. Trump is in the lead. That's without doubt. Everybody knows that. We also know that there's a possibility that Kamala may catch...
Because you know what happened in 2020, right? When we thought Trump was in the lead, and then overnight everything sort of changed.
and it caused all the chaos, and America was disgraced. I mean, we know that for sure. Some of the things that you don't expect in that country was happening at the time. But have people moved beyond all of the eccentricities of Trump, for example? I mean, he's a convicted felon. The possibility that having a leader of a country is a convicted felon is something that should be very strange to everybody. And yet, people trust him, it appears, by the polls on economy and also on immigration.
Is the economy stupid? I know that landed somebody in trouble. But I guess it's what the Americans are thinking about right now. I mean, they are willing to forget about all that Trump has done because the economy is, top issue for them.
So you think that Trump is better news or bad news for Ghana's economy?
I can't say for now. But we don't see a major shift in U.S. Africa relations if he even becomes president. Although we know he's not really a fan of Africa and all of that. Yeah.
But would there be world peace under Trump?
Oops, I think so. The Abraham Accord, that it worked really, and people are thinking that when he comes, the war in Ukraine will come to an end.
Really?
Or they believe.
Okay.
And then we'll see some peace in the Middle East.
And that shift by Arab Americans who were voting because they didn't like what Biden and Harris were doing. And I'm wondering, would any American president ever choose not to support Israel?
Well, Trump definitely supports Israel.
Yes. But so would there be any shift in policy?
Well, he has a way of brokering deals, doesn't he? And so that's the anticipation that once he becomes president, well, he's going to broker a deal. Everything's going to come to an end. There will be peace on either side. So,
So whichever side you support, I'm sure this morning you should be able to call on God if you are in difficulty. And Amachi Today has the right song for that as a motivation song.
global mood there as we have our eyes on the United States elections today on the Super Morning Show. We're coming to you live from the residence of the American ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Virginia Palmer. She has very graciously played host to us, among other dignitaries from the Ghanaian political scene and, of course, civil society. So I'm already seeing some very key Ghanaians around us who you will be hearing from soon as we all seek to analyze what is happening in the U.S. polls. Today, we can tell you that Donald Trump is in the lead. He is 3 electoral votes away from being the next president of the United States of America. And that is according to CNN's projections. We're keeping an eye on that and we'll keep you in the loop. But right now it's time for us to get into the news review. Ray, I know you've got Fred with you. Am I right, or is it Elton? Right, well, we're working to connect to Raymond and the team in the studio, but I can tell you right now that normally our Drive Safe campaign would have been brought to us by our very dear friends at Toyota, superior quality. And of course, they remind us to avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That is how to drive safe. And of course, this morning we are doing things a little bit differently. So Say It Right takes a break, but the segment is sponsored every day by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. This morning's news review brought to you by Syntex Tanker, your stronger is tough, and Access Bank, more than banking. All right, now let me tell you what's in the daily guide this morning. I happen to have a copy here that I've been perusing along with my very American eggs and waffles, which we've been treated to by the American ambassador. So the daily guide this morning, banner headline, Akumadan Chief endorses Baumia. Details on page 3 of how Nana Bache Boateng II has thrown his weight behind the vice president to win the next election. Now, the Attorney General is also in the headlines. He targets new offices in regions, and this is an announcement he made yesterday at the first ever conference for public sector lawyers. The president was in attendance, and there's a picture here of the Attorney General shaking hands with the president following the president's address at that event. Roman Fada replaces Ekuya Donko is the page 6 story reported by the Daily Guide. Suggestion here being that the Freedom Party will maintain their position on the ballot paper, but with a new presidential candidate, Roman Fada, the one being put up for that role. Return to negotiation table. Fair Wages and Salaries Commission is telling CLOGSAG to do so. Engineer Benjamin Arthur has his picture with that story. Now, MIIF Leeds Minerals Resource Management is another story on the front page of the Daily Guide. Details are on page 6. Now, I believe Raymond is in the studio now.
Yes, certainly I am, and you can hear me live from the studios here. See, stop telling us the kind of breakfast you are consuming. It amounts to a ditija, which is a very terrible phenomenon in the world. All over the world, people frown upon that. So make sure that you restrain yourself. You consume it alone. Don't tell us the details. Wow, it's a waffles and American eggs of the delicious breakfast we're having. Let's respect each other, okay?
Not just that, Ray.
Let's remain friends. Let's remain in cordial relationship this morning.
You get an idea of the atmosphere here this morning, and I must say there is a nice cross section of political Ghana invited to this breakfast, so you can see members of the NDC. I've seen Dr. Edward Omani Boama, I've seen Samuel Kujato Ablakwa, I've seen some NPP campaign team members. I can see lots of faces from civil society. We'll be speaking to some of them later on the show. Kojo Pumpuni Asante is here from CDD, Dr. Akwete from IDEG is here, and a few others, and we'll be hearing their take on what is happening before our very eyes in the United States. It looks like if things go as they have started, Donald Trump will make a return into the White House, but a resounding return in a performance much better than his two previous outings. He is most likely to sweep not just the Electoral College votes, but the popular vote, as well as Senate and Congress seats. So it's looking like absolute power for Donald Trump. And it says a lot about the sentiment of the American voter. They clearly are more interested in what affects them than what offends them, Raymond.
Yes, that's an interesting development too. And you were talking about Senate going to the Republicans, and of course, I've seen CNN and others refusing to call the situation in the House, which means that it's still a very close call at that level. Some are saying that we still have major areas that determine elections that are in and of themselves swing necessarily coming in slowly, so we might have a longer period in determining the outcome of this election. But as you were saying, if all things go as they're supposed to, or they are intended now, and no surprises happen along the line, because we've been here before, where it appeared that Trump was leading. Along the time we woke up one morning and things have changed, and the world had become new.
In fact, I'm looking at the figures. It's currently 214 electoral college votes for Kamala and 247 electoral college votes for Donald Trump.
The race is to 270.
Yeah, 270. So Trump is inching closer and closer, whilst Kamala is also closing in.
23 votes away.
Exactly, as to whether Trump will be able to. It looks like even if all the others is added to Kamala, he will not be able to make the 270 electoral votes needed to win the election. But what would that mean for the election going forward?
I'm also interested in the issues that are determining that particular poll. I mean, because they went with the immigration, they also went along the economy. And I was interested in how Americans saw, and I heard a report that suggested that no matter, and it's not everything Trump says that people like. It's not everything that Trump represents that people.
I don't know if you can hear me, Ray.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I heard Elton's predicted figures, and I think I have to give an update because CNN is saying that Kamala Harris has 226 electoral college votes.
Okay.
Donald Trump at 277.
That he's won.
Which means he's won.
Oh, okay. So the projected in his favor now.
Indeed, this is the projection of CNN.
Okay.
And they have called the election. As we speak, CNN has called the election for Donald Trump. This is breaking news right now. Donald Trump is projected to be the next president of the United States of America. The 45th president of the US is going to be the 47th president of the USA. And CNN and Fox News are all predicting this as we speak.
Well, that's an interesting development now, and if, of course, we know that mostly these projections do not fail, as has always been the tradition in the United States of America. But what will be the interesting development for those of us in our part of the world? Are we going to have, when he was president, Trump actually had an Africa document.
Right.
But many people believe it was poorly implemented because there wasn't any sharp focus on Africa compared to the Democrats that have consistently been interested in other issues, even the ones that we have not asked them to be interested in, but their focus has been on the very things that Ghanaians are sometimes interested in: the economy of African countries, dealing with terrorism, dealing with security, and also making sure that human rights and other things are projected across the continent in ways that they find meaningful. And of course, they sometimes categorize countries in the sub-region into the ones that have high priority to them and other countries too. Will that change with Trump as president? Will immigration rules change? Because Ghanaians are interested in that.
Of course, very important.
Recently, people have been discussing how to leave the country and all the things surrounding that. Will immigration change? Because he was voted for to be a tough guy on immigration.
In fact, when he first won the U.S. president, that was one of his main campaign promises. To the extent that he wanted to build a wall, and I don't know where that war is got into. And then even the run up to this election, he accused some immigrants of eating the dogs of and cats of some U.S. citizens in the Ohio area. So immigration has become or was a major issue in the run up to the elections. And the Republican candidate was seen as the one who will be able to deal with the matter head on. The Democrats have always maintained that the U.S. strength lies in their diversity, and so for that reason, if people are eligible to live and work in the United States of America, they should be given the space to do so. Now that Trump has won, according to the projections that we are seeing, it doesn't look like it's going to change. He's likely to be the next president of the United States. A comeback for him. Well, how the campaign promise will translate into workable tools, that remains to be seen. But I think that in fact, a lot of Ghanaians I spoke to that I know in the US that are citizens that had voting right, that voted in elections. Most of them voted for Donald Trump. And so I know a lady who works with a financial institution, an insurance company. The reason they gave was that when Trump was president for the first time, the economy was booming. I mean, there were jobs and things had. I mean, things were actually going
I was
up.
talking about the gas prices conversation.
Exactly.
That
And now,
for nothing at all, they know the gas prices between the two terms of president. But was it fair to Vice President Harris?
No, in fact,
she was not the president. Of the country.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, she's making promises, but she was not the president
at all. I mean, and basically that for her restricted her in a way in terms of communicating her ideas to the U.S. Public. And so for them, according to them, before COVID, some 3-bedroom houses in some areas were being sold for $200,000.
There was a mortgage crisis.
400 and 500. The interest is high, inflation is high, and they think that a new Trump presidency will help stabilize things so that people can afford certain things that they require urgently in the United States of America.
Even when she had promised on expanding middle-class tax relief, enhancing workers' rights, and supporting affordable health care and housing, she has also pushed for policies from the Biden administration to curb inflation and reduce prescription drug costs. Those are the things that she stood for, and she was promising the people she was going to do for them, as in a bit of a departure from the Biden period into a more prosperous period where people can actually live better lives. When Trump, on the other hand, was promising major tax cuts, increased tariffs on especially Chinese goods, and incentives for US-based manufacturing, intending to counter China's economic influence. And yet, it appears that people chose the evidence they have on the ground now. But I have heard that in the last almost 90 years, a few, maybe just George W. Bush, vice president, who've been able to rise to be president, it's been almost an impossible task for anybody to achieve. So it's not the individual Harris who people might have decided not to choose, but it is almost impossible for vice presidents to make it as president, especially mindful of all the things against you now, because Biden had his own set of difficulties to deal with, and the economy was one of the major issues that people looked up to. I was also shocked to have realized that abortion became a competitive matter in the US.
In fact, Raymond, if I may, that point you're making about how abortion suddenly emerged as a top 3 issue in this election, a lot of it boils back to the influence the Supreme Court has on the American democracy. And you see, in Ghana, I wonder whether we can see the similarities here and the parallels, because in reality, the Supreme Court in the United States is what turned abortion into an electoral issue in 2022 when they overturned Roe versus Wade, a seminal ruling which determined beyond a doubt at the time that a woman's body was her own and that she had the right to make all decisions about her body, including what happens to a fetus growing in it. That has been overturned. And what that means is that now different states have had the opportunity to take different paths on it. Kamala Harris promised to unify that with federal law. She promised that if she won, she would make sure that wherever you are, you would still be able to protect your body as a woman. But it looks as if the conservatives, who believed in preserving the life of a fetus independent of the life of its mother, have won in this case, because they have shown that what the Supreme Court ruled seems to be in the favor of the majority of voters, if we're to go by what the popular vote is telling us this morning.
But Kojo, on so many occasions, Trump really dilly-dallied on this matter. In fact, you did not see him heavily opposing what they call it, abortion rights. He was actually rather pushing for a state-level control over abortion rights. I mean, that was his thinking, because it was still a very thorny issue. It was still a very divisive issue, and it was still something that he, knowing him, would not want to put his head in there and create the impression that he is for one side on it. But I suspect that the issues of economy and also immigration were far more important to people in this election than the abortion issue.
Absolutely. I think if you were to rank the issues, it would be economy first, then immigration, then abortion. So if Kamala Harris even had an edge in the argument over abortion, it still meant that she had an uphill task to convince people that she was a better option for immigration and, more importantly, the economy. And we've already established that the American voter cares more about what affects him than what offends him or her, right? So in this case, we have seen the American voter telling us that, look, for us, we need prices to come down. We need to be able to afford a standard of living. We need to be able to pay rent. We don't care what you think ideologically, as long as we can pay our bills. And that is what seems to be coming through in the election.
But I mean, some have also mentioned that perhaps the real impact of a Trump economy was not felt, because we all know that 4 years is sometimes very little to know the impact of your economic policies. So because Trump stayed for a term, people felt that within that period things were generally better. But could we attribute all of the improvements in the economy to Trump's direct involvement or policies that he put together on the table? This might be an opportunity to understand Trump in all the areas that he will certainly be coming forth with, because he's already been discussing them, and he seems to have a focus, a protectionist focus.
Yeah, because
how would that inure to the benefit of, say, Ghana, Africa, and our grouping in the sub-region too?
Yeah, but Raymond, if you remember, during his first term presidency, the economic measures that he implemented, including the imposition of tariff on goods, especially from China, forcing American companies to relocate their manufacturing plant from elsewhere to the United States of America, because if we're not doing so, we're going to face more taxes. And that, according to a lot of people, created a space for more people to be employed.
Manufacturing jobs.
Exactly.
Guys, forgive my rudeness. I was enjoying Elton's analysis there. But I've got to say that I'm quite privileged to be joined by Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, who, of course, is the executive director of IDEG. And Dr. Akwete is a very recognizable name and voice in Ghanaian politics. He's here having breakfast with us at the residence of the American ambassador. Dr. Akwete, what a pleasure to see you. Good morning. And it's been a while.
I'm fascinated by your dressing. A modernized African Ghanaian dressing. It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Red ahinebado is what.
You see. Well, I'm trying to push made in Ghana.
That's great.
Yeah, of course. This is some historic stuff we're seeing. We've noticed that Fox News has already called the election for Donald Trump. CNN seems to be heading in that direction as well. The numbers look overwhelmingly in his favor.
No,
I wonder what your impressions are.
I think it's clear that it's won. I mean, the Democrats can't close the gap. Yes, and if anything, they needed 279 or something. He's had it according to the Fox News projection. So it's a done deal. It's done. Yeah.
One of the interesting things which will be in the mind of every Ghanaian watching these elections is what parallels we can draw between what is emerging in the United States and what we're anticipating in Ghana.
Oh, I've never thought about this. I think the skills are different. and the issues. American politics has a very heavy issues orientation, but it's also rigid in its divisions ideologically and so on. And I think that we are not, I wish we are like, we will look at the issues much more. And we're getting there. But on this occasion, as I looked at the Americans, I felt that the ideological, I also felt that the Democrats had been in power much longer, since Obama, and they got only one term. And that alone told me that, hey, this thing could be balanced somewhat. Thirdly, when I picked up that the black men were not actually supporting Kamala as they anticipated, and Obama had to come up, I felt it was important but not enough to probably change this. And you heard the complaint about not having jobs and the economy and so on. And I immediately struck, the difference that Trump consistently was looking at things about the economy and jobs and promises and immigrants and so on. And I thought that kind of campaign touched a larger segment of the blacks unemployed and so on. And he had also somehow found his way into the black community, when he was in power and so on and so forth. So it was the what do you call them? The stage that would determine, who wins. That I felt they were strategically focused on that. And it made me feel a bit uneasy. The other aspect of it is that were the Americans really ready for, a woman president?
A minority.
Minority, yes, and so on. So I thought probably it might be his own case, the court cases and whatever he's been accused of and so on and so forth. That would work against him, but
let's touch on that for a minute, because a recent Afrobarometer report suggested that the average Ghanaian voter looks out for character and honesty in choosing their presidents. The Americans, do you feel that is important to them? I mean, this is a convict, Donald Trump, who has apparently won the election.
I always didn't feel that the conviction, so long as he's been allowed, the immunity wasn't taken away completely by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court decision changed things for me. I felt that people will look more at that than what other courts have said or what is pending, And once it got to that point, I just felt that more white Americans will be with him. Okay, given immigration issues and various other issues and how he spoke bluntly to it. And it's his last term. Anyway, he's going to. So the Democrats haven't been the majority in terms of office since Obama. I felt was one thing that would work against them. The Republicans have a case to say, look, it's been all them. So whatever many saw as a problem will be attributed much more to them than the Democrats done. And Kamala, were the Americans ready for a woman, a first female president, and should that president also be an African American Indian? I thought these were factors subtle in a way, but they were at core of their values. And I'm not too happy though that she didn't do well as expected.
You were hoping for a win for Kamala.
Oh yes, I just wanted to see a woman president. And I thought she was I thought she was reaching out, but I was also of the impression that those she was reaching out to have a history of not voting much and not necessarily the hardcore, dedicated ideological voters. Okay, I felt that wasn't. So I kept looking at Georgia, which is so crucial, and the figures didn't inspire me that she could take it.
Georgia was called at about 10 minutes past 5 this morning. At that point, it started
At that
to
point,
look like
I knew
it was
that
over.
she had a problem. Yeah, it was going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So, We'll ponder over it and analyze how it happened. Maybe the next female president will come.
Let's talk
African
briefly
American.
about the coverage. And we've got two large screens here. One is piping CNN's coverage. The other one is giving us Fox News. And you can see how two ideological opposites are reporting facts in a way that doesn't vary, in spite of the fact that they have very different ideologies. Is that something that is even possible to replicate in Ghana? And what are the reasons why we are not there yet with our media?
I think American culture, and a greater number of them are educated, and facts are facts. It's the interpretation that goes ideological and goes wild. Okay, but in situations like this, they know that you can't just juggle and print more figures than is said. They have a system in place that is well set up. They corrected the mistakes of the first elections and so on. The vigilance was high. We are not at that stage yet, I think. How the two parties dominating would put certain information across. They all exploit illiteracy, they exploit, poverty, and they tell you what they are going to do. And the record of how much of what they promised is delivered is not so great. Okay, but then in this context we are to, America has very strong institutions. If Donald Trump could be prosecuted and convicted, and he was only saved by the Supreme Court, he probably, if it had entered, the prison, it might have been a different story.
Yeah.
But he was saved from that. And I think that aspect of America, they know facts, the interpretations they are also very seriously ideological. We are not so ideological. It depends on who went to what village and lavished, but maybe that is changing with the experiences we've had with Galamsey.
Indeed.
And how people feel it's now affecting their life. A certain kind of political practice or behavior in government, it's something that many are now questioning, as I see.
Right. If you're listening to us, we are coming to you live from the residence of the United States Ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Virginia Palmer. She's hosting us to a wonderfully warm American breakfast as we watch the results pour in from the American election. And CNN has just made a major prediction. Pennsylvania, they have called Pennsylvania and its 17 electoral votes for Donald Trump, which by their prediction puts him at 265 electoral college votes, meaning he is only 5 votes away from being the president of the United States, according to CNN. And you have to bear in mind, CNN ideologically tends to be more Democrat sympathetic, and so they are a bit more cautious in their predictions of the election for Donald Trump. But facts are facts, as we've just been discussing, and it looks like by their own prediction, they expect that Donald Trump is going to end with more than 300 electoral votes. In fact, 310 electoral votes is their estimation to 187 from Kamala Harris. And that means that the entire map of the United States will look much more red than blue. And that seems to be what CNN is anticipating. But currently, they count 265 electoral votes for Donald Trump, 187 electoral college votes for Kamala Harris. That means, by their prediction, Donald Trump is 5 votes away from 270, which will make him president of the United States of America. Dr. Akwete, I want to say a big thank you to you for spending time with us this morning. We'll be hearing more from Dr. Akwete and others who are here with us for breakfast at the American Ambassador's House.
Thank you.
As we anticipate the electoral results.
Much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, everyone. And of course, the online review is normally brought to you by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle, good energy. Goyle, Yenara Yedia. Raymond?
XP, the ideal choice for most vehicles. It is flowing wow at many GOL stations in the country. Just go fill up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. GOL Super XP is quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. GOL Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine. It makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel, and it's also suitable for most vehicles. As you journey the road, look out for the GOL stations with the GOL Super XP sign and go fuel up your vehicle. GOL Super XP, wo filia, huh? Wo be fili GOL, good energy, jana yes dear.
All right, now this November and December, Zenith Bank Ghana and Visa are rewarding Zenith SME business card holders with exclusive giveaways. Be one of the first 40 customers to sign up for a Zenith SME business card and receive Total Energy fuel vouchers to fuel your car. Or be one of the 100 Zenith SME card holders who will receive shopping vouchers from Amazon when you spend a minimum of 10,000 Ghana cedis on internal transactions in November and December 2024. The Zenith SME business cards are the cards that keep giving and the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. Sign up for the Zenith SME business card today at any Zenith Bank branch across the country. For more information, call Zenith direct on the 24-hour customer contact center. Number is 0302 680 884, or you could try 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Ray, what's online?
Well, a lot of stories to do with the United States of America and other ones that you surely will be interested in. Of course, this one says Republicans will win control of the Senate. That's the CNN's projection. And on Manjo Online, judiciary needs clear communication to avoid misinterpretation, says UN envoy. And the other ones like quality communication is key. UN advisor UN advises EC on building trust with voters. And 3 teenage girls arrested for allegedly killing 16-year-old BECE graduate. That terrible story is also on Manjo Online. And Ghana detects 34,000 new HIV infections within 9 months of 2024. 34,000. This is the National HIV and AIDS Control Program has reported over 34,000 new HIV infections detected from January to the third quarter of 2024, and this coming from Dr. Stephen Aisi Ado, the programs manager. So other stories you should be interested in if there's a little bit of time. And Doomsaw is back. Tell Ghanaians the truth. Mahama to government, and that's still on Manjo Online. And the other stories you should surely be interested in when it comes to CTFM Online. These ones, the headlines, yes, from CTFM Online. Quickly to the main story there. Election 2024, EC recruits over 200 professionals to help collate results. That's there. And Trump leads in key swing states in bid to retake White House. And of course, now as the projections are leading to, Trump is well on his way and might have already taken back control from 45 to 47. And you know, there are connections that people can make in the Republic of Ghana, and who will do all the analysis and give you the connections, possible connections in Ghana's own indications too. Well, Kojo, those are the stories online.
That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Normally, the BBC News will be brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime. But of course, we are still working to bring you back the BBC News. In the meantime, though, some very important messages from our sponsors, after which our live coverage of the United States elections from the residence of the American ambassador to Ghana continues right here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
When you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand, and believe, oh, cause you know side is your side. And when you dream, no say I did for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I did for you. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit kompugana.com or call 0302-752-020 for more information.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. Goil brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Goil stations nationwide. Goil Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Goil Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Goil Super XP. Wufilia, huh? Wufefi. Good energy. Joy
Attention CEOs, join Ghana's top 1,000 CEOs, policymakers, political leaders, and ambassadors for the first Ghana CEO Presidential Manifesto Gala Dinner 2024 on November 7, 2024 at the Mervyn Pig Hotel, Accra from 6 to 10:30 p.m. This historic event will focus on reigniting the business economy and social contract for growth, a business manifesto for political accountability and sustainable development. Special guests of honor include His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Vice President of Ghana, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, former President of Ghana. Attendance is by invitation and requires pre-registration. Register at ceogaladina.ceonetworkgh.com. For inquiries, contact 0546391970 or email ceogaladina@gmail.com. This event is powered by Chief Executives Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, University of Ghana, SIGA, GIPC, UPSA Law, and the Multimedia Group. The first Ghana CEO Presidential Manifesto Gala Dinner 2024, connecting political ambitions with business realities.
MSMEs power over 70% of Ghana's GDP and employ 85% of its workforce. Yet they continue to face challenges like limited access to credit and essential skills. Join GIZ for the Greater Accra Regional Network on Entrepreneurial Development and Employment Promotion Conference, themed Sustainable Solutions for Enterprise Development and Employment Promotion, the role of the Union of Stakeholders. This 2-day event features hands-on workshops, expert talks, and inspiring success stories from local entrepreneurs. Are you an SME? Register now to showcase your business for free. Date: 12th and 13th November 2024. Venue: Kofi Ohene Konedu Hall, UPSA, Accra. Time: 9:30 a.m. daily. For more information, call Bernice at 0244 311 409.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
and the expectation is that he will be claiming victory any moment from now, live on the big international networks. We will see if we can bring you live coverage of that, the speech that Donald Trump is preparing to deliver. He is flanked by his wife and some of his sons, Melania Trump there, front and center, greeting the large crowd gathered in West Palm Beach to support the Republican Party and their candidate, who appears to have retaken the White House to become not only the 45th president of the United States, but the 47th president of the United States of America. We have Donald Trump's sons, along with his vice presidential candidate and family, and all of them dressed in red and blue. Donald Trump himself in a very dark blue suit with a red tie. He steps up to the microphone to deliver an address to the Republican fans and party faithfuls who are gathered in West Palm Beach. And you can hear the loud, raucous cheers. Let's go live to hear the next president of the United States.
This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again. And in addition to having won the battleground states of North Carolina, I love these places, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, we are now winning in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska, which would result in us carrying at least 315 electoral votes. But it's much easier doing what the networks did or whoever called it, because there was no other path. There was no other path to victory. We also have won the popular vote. That was great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And, winning the popular vote was very nice, I will tell you. It's a great a great feeling of love. We have a great feeling of love in this very large room with unbelievable people standing by my side. These people have been incredible. They've made the journey with me, and we're going to make you very happy. We're going to make you very proud of your vote. I hope that you're going to be looking back someday and say that was one of the truly important moments of my life when I voted for this group of people beyond the president, this group of great people. America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, were all won by the MAGA movement. They helped so much. And in those cases, every one of them, we worked with the senators. They were tough races, and I mean, the number of victories in the Senate was absolutely incredible. And we did tele-rallies. We did tele-rallies with each one of them, and sometimes we did 2 or 3 and it was amazing to look at all of those victories. Nobody expected that, nobody. So I just wanted to thank you very much for that. And you have some great senators and some great new senators. And it also looks like we'll be keeping control of the House of Representatives. And I want to thank Mike Johnson. I think he's doing a terrific job. Terrific job. I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady. Who has the #1 best-selling book in the country. Can you believe it? No, she's done a great job, works very hard to help people. So I just want to thank her. But I want to thank my whole family, my amazing children, and they are amazing children. And we all think our children are amazing. Everybody here thinks their children are amazing, but that's a good thing when you think they are. But Don, Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, Barron, Laura, Jared, Kimberly, Michael, thank you all. What a help. My father-in-law, Victor, is tremendous, and we miss very much Melania's mother, Amalia. We miss Amalia, don't we, huh? She would be very happy right now, standing on this stage. She'd be so proud. She was a great woman, that one. Beautiful inside and out. She was a great woman. I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States. And his absolutely remarkable and beautiful wife, Ushabez. And he's a feisty guy, isn't he? You know, I've said, go into the enemy camp, and you know the enemy camp is certain networks, and a lot of people don't like this. Sir, do I have to do that? He just goes, okay. Which one? CNN, MSDNC? He'll say, all right, thank you very much. He actually looks like, he's like the only guy I've ever seen. He really looks forward to it, and then he just goes in and absolutely obliterates them. Say a couple of words.
Well, Mr. President, I
appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me. And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America. And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams, for the future of your children. And after the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Thank you very much. He's turned out to be a good choice. I took a little heat at the beginning, but he was, I knew the brain was a good one, about as good as it gets. And we love the family, and we're going to have a great 4 years, and we're going to turn our country around, make it something very special. It lost that little thing called special. We have to make it so. We're going to make this so great. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. We're going to make it the best it's ever been. We can do that. If we had to wait longer, I don't know. It was going bad, and it was going bad fast. We're going to have to seal up those borders, and we're going to have to let people come into our country. We want people to come back in, but we have to let them come back in, but they have to come in legally. They have to come in legally. Let me also express my tremendous appreciation for Susie and Chris, the job you did. Susie, come here. Come here, Susie. Chris, come here, Chris. Susie likes to stay sort of in the back, let me tell you. The ice baby, we call her the ice baby, right? Chris, come here, Chris. Susie likes to stay in the background. She's not in the background. Come here, Susie.
This was unexpected, but I just want to thank, obviously, President Trump for this journey. It was a great one, and he's a hell of a candidate. And he's going to be a hell of a great 47th president. And this team that we had, the best team, and of course, even my boss, Susie Wiles, the best. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Susie. Look at her, she's shot. I've never seen her be shot before. Susie. They're great. Everybody up here is great. Everybody up here is very special. But the Trump, who did you say? Oh, let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon. Now he's an amazing guy. We were sitting together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania, campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, I saw it coming down, I saw it, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And, but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came down, and you saw that fire burning. And I'm saying, only Elon can do this. It must be an Elon. And I told the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here. And that very important guy, one of the most important people in, I would say, the country, actually. But, you know, I was president, and now it looks like I was going to be maybe president again, so I figured I could ask him to hold. So I asked him to hold. And especially because you're going to be president again, they hold. So I took the phone down, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing this crazy thing that's going around and coming down. It looks like it's going to crash into the gantry. And I said, oh no, and I said, do me a favor, do you mind holding for a couple of minutes? I want to see this. I thought it was a space age movie or something. I put the phone down, but I didn't pick it up for 45 minutes and he was holding. But this spaceship came down and I saw those engines firing and it looked like it was over, it was going to smash, and then I saw the fire pour out from the left side and I put it straight and it came down so gently and then it wrapped those arms around it and it held it, and just like you hold your baby at night, your little baby. And it was a beautiful thing to see, and I called Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He said, yes, it was. I said, who else can do that? Can Russia do it? No. Can China do it? No. Can the United States do it other than you? No. Nobody can do that. I said, that's why I love you, Elon. That's great. And you know, when we had the tragic Hurricane Helene, and it hit North Carolina, they were really devastated, the water. This was a big water, as big as we've ever seen, water hurricane. It built lakes out of nothing. Fields became lakes, and the danger was unbelievable. And the people from North Carolina came to me and they said, would it be possible, at all possible, for you to speak to Elon Musk? We need Starlink. I said, what's Starlink? It's a form of communication. So I called Elon, and I'll tell you what, he had, and it was very dangerous. People would die. They had no communication. All the wires were down. I called Elon Musk. I said, Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right? Yes, I do. What the hell is it? He said, it's a communication system that's very good. I said, Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it? He had that there so fast, it was incredible. So, and it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. But he's a character, he's a special guy, he's a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them. We have to protect our super geniuses. I want to thank some of the guys. You know, we have up here today the U.S. Open champion. He's fantastic golfer, slightly longer than me. It's a little bit longer than me. Just a little bit. Bryson DeChambeau is up here someplace. What happened to Bryson? Where is he? Bryson. Oh.
Yep. And that is the leader of the free world. Donald Trump has just pretty much taken back the White House. All predictions suggest he is the next president of the United States, and he has just given a speech to the teeming Republicans at West Palm Beach in Florida. And that speech continues, but I'll tell you what else continues. The Super Morning Show on Joy. We are live from the residence of the American ambassador to Ghana. She has very kindly hosted us to a warm breakfast, and we are in the presence of very, very nice people, including some key diplomats, like the British High Commissioner to Ghana, Her Excellency Harriet Thompson. It's very nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Now, this is significant. The results are coming in, but it looks quite clear. Donald Trump is going back to the White House. Of course, America and the UK affectionately call each other cousins. What does this do to the special relationship between the two countries?
So as you rightly say, the relationship that the UK and the US enjoy is a very important one for us. And no matter who is in the White House, no matter which party is governing, that will remain the same. As you say, it's not quite a done deal, but it looks close. And the British government will work closely with the incoming administration on so many important global issues. When you look around the world today, there's so much that needs joint effort in order to move forward, to make progress. So that relationship that we enjoy with the US will remain a really important, really strong one for us.
Now, the main issues in this election for the American public were the economy, immigration, abortion became a very big issue. Are there some parallels in the United Kingdom? Are any of these issues reflective of the key governance issues in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, Yeah, so we had our elections back in July, and since then our government in the UK has made economic growth its absolute priority. So we saw last week our budget read by our first female chancellor ever in the history of 800 years of that role existing, and that budget was all about economic growth. It was about getting the UK economy back onto a stable footing, really looking at both taxation and spend, introducing some new rules around fiscal stability, and also making clear to the world that the UK is open for growth, is open for investment. One of the first things our government did was to hold an international investment conference that has secured £63 billion worth of new investment into the UK. So it really demonstrates that international contentment that UK is a place to do business. So you can see that commitment to economic growth in the UK. You see it here in Ghana, no matter which party comes into power after your elections on the 7th of December, economic growth is clearly going to remain an absolute priority, and we see that in the US as well. So right the way around the world, that's something on which governments are focused to make life better for their citizens.
Now, you're a diplomat, so I'm wondering, as you look at what's happening in the United States, do you, first of all, maybe you can show us behind the curtain a little bit. What tends to happen in terms of processes, in terms of diplomatic strategy and outlook from the UK government when there is a big change like what we're seeing happening in the United States right now? Will we expect to see changes across the diplomatic landscape, especially in Africa and Ghana?
Yeah, so I mean, I won't comment on what changes the US is likely to make. They have more political appointments in their diplomatic system than we do in the UK's. But similarly in Ghana, there are more political appointments in the diplomatic system than in the UK. So there may be some changes around that. But my colleagues at our embassy in Washington will know representatives of both sides of the political spectrum very well. They'll have those relationships existing already. They will have their own thoughts about who might end up in some of the key positions in the new administration, but they will wait to see what actually happens and then pick up with them to understand again where are those areas of overlap. And I'm speaking very much because I'm thinking about the UK here in Ghana, where we are absolutely prepared to continue that close relationship with whomever comes into power after your elections here in the UK, in Ghana. So that's very much what my colleagues will be doing. We'll be looking to continue our collaboration, continue to find those areas where our interests are aligned, and continue that strong collaborative effort across those issues and through that transition period.
I've got to say thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us this morning, Your Excellency. And that's Harriet Thompson, the UK's High Commissioner to Ghana. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you.
Excellent. Now, I'm still on my own. I've got from CDD, Dr. Kojo Pumpone Asante. He and I have been staring very wide-eyed at the massive screens on either side of this large hall at the residence of the United States Ambassador to Ghana, as the numbers have been flowing in. Currently, at 266 Electoral College votes, Donald Trump 4 votes shy of the White House, has pretty much accepted victory and is addressing the Republican Party at West Palm Beach, Florida. Dr. Asante, I mean, did you anticipate this?
No, I mean, I think, let me say welcome to the brand new world of Trump.
Right?
But, no, I think that, I think what is surprising is that it is quite emphatic. It's clear. It was very tight from all the polling going into, but if you look at particularly the battleground states, Trump has done very well. It's very clear that he's done. I think even on the popular vote, he seemed to be leading. So, I mean, I'm not a Trump person because I, disagree with him on
a lot of his positions, I think, things that he says that are really, for me, anti-democratic, racist, and then also his view about the international system, which is not multilateral and then really promote sort of collective responsibility. So, but that is the beauty of elections, and also a reason for us, or something for us to take, that yes, you can go into an election and lose, and you have to accept the results, just like the Democrats would have to accept that this is what the American people have chosen to do. And then everybody would have to just make sure that the person who is elected is held accountable for the commitments that he have made, and hold him also accountable for to the constitution that governs the country.
Now, this is something we've been saying over and over again this morning, that the American voters have proved that they care more about what affects them than what offends them. Now, put that alongside what we have seen coming through the Afrobarometer report in Ghana, where we are being told overwhelmingly that the Ghanaian voter wants an honest and an honest leader with good character.
Sure.
So they definitely care about what offends them.
Yeah.
Do you see any parallels or disparities between how the Ghanaian is approaching the December 7 election and how the Americans have approached theirs just ended?
I think in the American case, I mean, one thing that is obviously clear is that there are a lot of social issues that seem to have really driven the voting pattern in the elections. I mean, you mentioned abortion earlier, but there are people who are worried about, when they say people are worried about issues around immigration, it is this sense that people feel that their communities are changing. There are people that are moving into their communities that they don't feel comfortable with, or they feel there's a cultural difference. They are not able to adjust to those kinds of realities. There's even this geographical divide between urbanites and rural folk, and sometimes it's not even based on income disparities. It's just the fact that you live urban and you have certain attitudes and opinions as against somebody that lives in the rural area. Those things seem to matter more to people. Now,
are you saying we don't see that in Ghana?
Well, I'm just saying that how people feel and how they vote on those kinds of issues sometimes differ, because as you were saying, in the Ghanaian, the Afrobarometer, that's what people say, that they want to see honesty, but would they vote necessarily for people who are honest and have character? Is that what they are going to do come election time? So these things, as they pan out, maybe during the voting we will see, but even in terms of how then they play out during the governance process becomes also another thing, because after you satisfy your emotive issues in terms of what you think somebody represents and whether the person actually delivers on your day-to-day problems, that might be a whole different argument 1 year down the line when the person is not satisfying those things. So, and that might turn out in the midterm, change the complexion of Parliament, Congress again, or whatever. So these things are interesting, but I think for America, it's obvious that these social issues are really driving the communities and politics in a certain way.
Now, we are live from the American ambassador's residence here in Accra, and she's making some remarks. Let's pick those up live and then continue our conversation here on Joy.
Really warmly, and thank you for coming early to witness what is a historic election in the United States. There's always a dilemma about, do you want to do this in private so you can have your partisan sort of moment to yourself, or do you want to do it in fellowship because that's what democracy is about. So it's wonderful to see Americans and Ghanaians and other friends from other countries together, from civilian life and military life, young and old, together witnessing a very important democratic moment for the United States. And there were a lot of similarities, or there are a lot of similarities between, and I have to be careful about drawing that now, but between the American election and the Ghanaian election, with a former president running against a sitting vice president. Again, historical. But there are also many differences. The United States, we're all focused on the top of the ticket. But in fact, what you see in the United States isn't one election run by a national election commission. It's many different elections. The presidential, of course, important, but a third of our senators are elected. Our entire lower house, or our entire House of Representatives in Virginia, where I voted, the school board members were on the ballot, and constitutional provisions and bonds and that kind of stuff. So there will be more to watch, even though we've had a big finale. And I think because of the proximity of American and Ghanaian elections, it's important to acknowledge that elections are messy. They're messy because they're participatory, because we're airing grievance and we're airing issues and the way that we feel differently about them. But I was at the National Peace Council meeting of stakeholders yesterday with the Danish ambassador and the UN country representative. And the head of the National Peace Council stood up and said, remember that this isn't a battle between enemies. It's a contest between fellow Ghanaians or fellow Americans about the issues and about the future of the country and how we want it to go. And once elections end, we have to be attentive to that. And it's hard to put aside that kind of partisanship that so motivates us before an election, but it is incredibly important and precious, I think. I don't mean to be preachy, but it's something I'm very proud of as an American, is our ability to do that. And I think we need to remember that today. We need to remember that every vote counts, that the young people who voted for the first time are learning like incredibly important elections about democracy, as they will in Ghana. And we all learn, I think, through experiences like this, how fragile democracy can be, how fragile democratic institutions can be, and how they must be protected and fought for, really with our lives, because they are what makes us American or Ghanaian. It's what makes America and Ghana peaceful and stable and prosperous, is that democracy and our ability to then hold hands as citizens and move forward together. So I will just thank you very much again for being here together with us and onward. So we'll make a toast, because the diplomats can't help but make a toast. Please raise your glass. Here is to democracy and the practice of democracy and peace and stability and prosperity in Ghana and America. Thank you. Cheers.
So there you go. That was the American ambassador
of the Biden-Harris
Ghana,
administration.
Her Excellency Virginia Palmer. She is our host this morning at a very special breakfast to witness the results of the American election. And she draws those parallels between what's happening in her country and what will be happening in Ghana on the 7th of December. She celebrates democracy and the amazing ability that the American society has to put aside differences and speak through an electoral process to choose their destiny. And her expectation is that Ghana will be more than capable of doing exactly the same thing a month from now, when our time comes
to demonstrate our very own democratic credentials. Speaking of democratic credentials, the Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, heavily represented here at this wonderful breakfast. I wonder whether it's because of how wonderful the breakfast is. But Dr. Kojo Pumpuni Asante is here with me. Professor Audrey Gajipo will be joining us shortly. She, of course, is the chair of the board at CDD, and I will be hearing her take on things. Before Prof. Gajipo joins us, let's talk about another aspect of elections that we've just witnessed, and that is the coverage of it.
Yes.
Now, you can see two big screens on either side of this room, and at one time or the other, they will be either showing us what's happening on Fox News or on CNN.
That's right.
Two ideologically opposed networks.
Sure.
They hide nothing about their ideology. Yet, facts are facts. You look on either screen, the numbers are the same. They make predictions and they make a difference between what they are predicting and what is factual. And the facts are the same. Why can't we say the same about how we in the media in Ghana cover not just elections but news?
I think it's a very important observation, and I think those are the things that I think the founding fathers of our Constitution meant in chapter 12, where they entrusted the media with this responsibility and wrote them into the Constitution. This professionalism and the need to sort of, as the fourth estate of the realm, provide objective, information to the people so that they can make informed choices. So the point is that you can still express your partisan, sometimes ideological differences, but in terms of conveying facts, there shouldn't be any problem. And also, one of the important things about elections is fair competition. And yes, people, depending on where you stand, you can skew the broadcast to kind of favor who you support, but at least you give an opportunity to the other side so that the citizens can hear you as well, can hear from both sides. And those are fundamental principles of journalism, right? And that shouldn't change even if you stand somewhere and you're a journalist. And I think we don't hold people accountable for that. And I think that's where people have talked about the broadcasting law and other things, that we don't have a mechanism for even enforcing these things. These things need to be enforced so that citizens always have a good sort of broad spectrum of information to make their decisions and not sort of just get propaganda. That is the whole thing about elections. At least we can be proud in Ghana that platforms like yours, you might get 4 or 5 major organizations that on election day you trust that they would give you fair coverage, and that has helped. But in many other contests, on election day you can go and look at one screen and think that one party has completely won the election and the other one has completely lost. And I've seen that in many African countries where I've gone. So it's very important to have that kind of objectivity in the media, because they are so important to agenda setting, but also in informing the citizen. Particularly now we are in a technologically driven world. Most people are on their devices trying to get information from media sources, what's going on. So if you're getting biased, you would act on it and can go into elections. Those are going to be the important things, and we are hoping that media people remember their training and their oath. This professionalism and objectivity that's required. It doesn't matter if you have a partisan slant, but that objectivity and professionalism is something that you are required to always pursue.
Let's talk a little bit about what our host just said, the American ambassador to Ghana. She talked about
the parallels between the two elections that are to be held this year, what we've just witnessed in the United States and what we're expecting in Ghana. And she points out a couple of similarities. In their contest, they had a former president seeking re-election.
Yes.
They had a vice president seeking to step up into the big seat. We have pretty much the same situation here. Now that we are seeing the results emerge from the United States, how do you expect this to impact the campaign of both parties here in Ghana?
Yeah, you want to get me into the prophetic realm.
Oh, well, I mean, it seems to be the profession of the day.
I remember when I was asking one of the MPs, I think it was Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, and his comment was that former presidents are coming back. So already, I guess you can imagine the narrative from the NDC as to what is going to happen. So there will be, and this has been always a feature of Ghana politics, where there is this comparison between what happens in the US and what does it mean in all of that. But at the end of it, it's still people have to go and vote, and people will go and make their choices come December 7th, and we have to go through the process of counting every vote and waiting patiently for the Electoral Commission to announce the results. And then if you have lost, that you concede. Like we all came here, we watched, the results have been announced, speeches have been made, we've had some food to eat, we go back to our normal lives, and life continues. And that is the same expectation we want to have for come December 7th and what follows after. That the whole process is for us to be able to choose our next government, and for that, elected government to govern on our behalf and in our interest. So after that process is completed, we just have to make sure that it's free, fair, it's peaceful. After that process, even if you think that there's something untoward, you use the right processes. There is no need to fight, to whatever. And we all go back to our normal duties, because at the end, our children have to go to school. We have to feed ourselves. We have dreams. There are things that we have to do as citizens, and we cannot sacrifice all of those things on the altar of. So we have to be measured about our expectations and the reason why we are doing this.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I told you some of the biggest names in the Ghanaian political and civil society scene are here with us for breakfast at the American Ambassador's residence. And Professor Bafo Ajimandia, former UN Senior Advisor on Governance and a very good friend of the Super Morning Show, has joined us. He was here for breakfast, and he is now with us for a very quick conversation. Prof, it's always a pleasure to see you. Good morning. So, well, here we have it. The leader of the free world seems to have emerged. Donald Trump has won by all predictions. What does this mean for the governance of the free world?
That's a very important question, because all along the whole world has been a little bit cautious commenting on the chances of Donald Trump, because of a certain inherent fear that he could bring some havoc to global politics. That is based on his own pronouncements and actions. You know that the European countries, for instance, have been wondering if they're going to have Donald Trump back to these NATO and G7 meetings. Because when he was president, he had a lot of conflicts with them. Now also we know that somehow he has some kind of soft heart for the Russians. So with the Russian-Ukrainian war, and with the support that Biden's government has been providing, as well as the European countries, and Trump saying publicly that in fact America shouldn't be giving weapons to Ukraine, and a some sense of some private conversations between himself and Putin. Again, that throws some serious cloud over how the Ukrainians are going to prosecute the war with the Russians. And that to be contrary to what the European Union and NATO as a whole have declared. So that's another very important area. If you come to the Middle East, Trump has made a statement once that Netanyahu should simply be allowed to do what he has to do to end it all. What does that mean? I'm not sure what it means, but for me it's like, look, if you want to exterminate the Palestinians, do it and let's end it. That was his public pronouncement. So all these really seem to throw what you may call monkey wrench in the calculations of how we bring peace about. So as I speak to you, I think the world must be sitting on a tent. It's serious. So we have to wait and see if by winning there'll be some moderation from his own analysis or from external pressures for him to begin to see what needs to be done to bring about peace and justice in the world.
Let's talk about Ghana. How do you anticipate a second Trump presidency will affect Ghana?
In the first place, he's been president before, so you know his attitude towards Africans. He once described African countries as, I don't have to say it on radio.
Thank you for not saying it.
Exactly. And 4 years as president of the United States, he never made any statement relating to African needs. Even though some people say, I've heard, I don't have the figures, that somehow his government provided more funding for certain African projects. So again, we have to wait and see. But on the surface, it doesn't seem too good if in fact we have to go by his pronouncements. So let's hope that again there will be some moderating forces that will make him think twice before making decisions concerning Africa. But people like us, we don't have much hope. We can only pray that perhaps he has a change of mind and do what is right.
Now, we've been talking about the difference between sentiment and expediency, and an expression we've repeated several times this morning is that the American voter seems to care more about what affects them than what offends them. And they've demonstrated that in their choice of a convict as, their president. Do we expect Trump in this second go at the White House to especially since he doesn't have to worry about re-election, to have the same gung-ho attitude especially in his global outlook? Do we expect that, or is he now motivated to perhaps seek common ground?
Frankly, based on what all of us know about Trump, we cannot be hopeful. Because he is he talks straight, he doesn't care what he says. And during his first 4 years, there was no evidence indicating any change in direction. And throughout this campaign, he did not indicate any clear change of direction in terms of his attitudes and what he wants. But he made a point about Americans and their sentiments and all, thinking about themselves. It's very true. Normally, it depends on the president of the United States to really get Americans to buy into some kinds of foreign policies. Within America, foreign policy is never an issue, except when there is war. Okay? Even then, it depends on the president to mobilize the Americans for support. They don't care about it. In fact, the argument we are getting now from most of the Americans is that the economy was bad, they can't go to the grocery to buy things at a relatively cheaper rate, they can't buy homes. So they are thinking economics. You see, so left to them alone, they will be inward looking. That's why I'm saying leadership becomes so important in American life. If the leader has some sense of global outlook and has some sympathy for the so-called exploited and poor countries, then you can find American policy becoming a little bit more soft and supporting these things. Other than that, forget it. Forget it.
Let's look to December 7 in Ghana. And I mean, we've heard all the parallels drawn. We've got a former president seeking re-election. We have a vice president seeking to step up. Yeah, all of these parallels have been drawn. How do you think the results coming out of the United States now will affect the decision of voters in Ghana in the short time we have left?
That's a very interesting but difficult question. I don't know the extent to which American politics influence Ghanaian politics. Because currently, just like in the United States, people are talking more about the economy, the hardship that they are following. So perhaps the voters will go the way the Americans have gone in terms of looking at their own welfare, well-being, and making their decisions. But of course, the educated Ghanaian tend to look at America. But I think one thing we should learn quickly, that American democracy is not Ghanaian democracy. It's clear that American democracy has no regard for character, for anything, morality, nothing. Just raw politics. If we like your policies, that's all. Because otherwise, how can someone who's been convicted on 30 cases, someone who is being fined for sexual abuse, someone who stands publicly to directly insult? In Ghana, we think we are insulting each other, but it wasn't like that. Trump was directly insulting people in their faces. I mean, and yet, majority of Americans think he should be the one to be their president. I hope we don't learn that part of their politics or their democracy. I think we have values and we need to advance and protect the values that we have. Values of respect, values of recognizing morality, and even though it's debatable, but somehow we still have that because of our strong traditional rooting. So my hope is that well, in terms of majority, you have to respect it. If no matter how you expected to win, if you lose, like Harris, Kamala Harris and followers are sure winning, not that they've lost, they are quiet. And that's what democracy is all about. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. And hope for the better luck next time.
I've just had a thought. The Afrobarometer report recently told us that the average Ghanaian cares about honesty and character in their presidential candidates. That's what guides their choice.
Correct.
But the two major candidates in this upcoming election in Ghana have both been attacked on honesty and character. With that in mind, why don't we see third forces getting a better outing in our elections? If really we care about honesty and character, why are we not picking those whose honesty and character have been less questioned?
Kojo, this is a tough question because frankly, it's not going to be easy to find anyone who has offended the nation in terms of the issues you are raising. Of course, on the surface, there may be some who are less guilty of these things than others. But frankly, this has not been strongly part of our political culture. It has never been. Maybe the Afrobarometer report is beginning to teach us new ways of looking at our leaders. That's why the issue of character and honesty came so strong when they did the study. But at the moment, like a very wise elderly person told me, we are forced to choose between two evils. So just try to choose the lesser evil. And this is an advice from a very, very wise, prominent citizen. So I guess that's where we are. In the case of the Americans, they didn't play at all. They didn't play out. They just went for the evil, so to speak. But we have a choice between two people, two parties. And regarding the third party, it's something all of us have been talking about. Maybe certainly not for this year, but I think as we go forward, people like you and others who have been sitting on the fence, we have to begin to seriously think of how we advance a third force in our politics.
I resist. But Prof, this has been fascinating. I'm so glad that you spent a bit of time with us this morning. No doubt we're all going to be keeping our eyes on what emerges as America's new government, so to speak, starts to form. And what impact it has on the rest of the world. And of course, we've got the other eye on December 7 here in Ghana. And we're with you for it all. Professor Bafo Ajimandia there, the former UN Senior Advisor on Governance. Listen, this is the Super Morning Show on Joy. We have been coming to you live from the residence of the American Ambassador to Ghana. We were here for the calling of the US election. Donald Trump, by all projections, is on his way back to the White House. Donald Trump has fulfilled his wish and is now poised to make America great again. I'm so glad you were here with us on the Super Morning Show for it. My name is Kojo Youngson. I'm the morning man. Back to the studio for the rest of this morning's broadcast.
Types, no laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
This is Senna from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we are right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We are the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
There's a business in every woman, from the young lady brimming with exciting and novel business ideas to the market queen managing her empire. There's the she architect, quantity surveyor, realtor, business consultant, crafting dreams into reality, and the multitasking mom seamlessly blending work at home. The entrepreneur, meticulously checking stock, to the corporate woman sealing deals on the move. Indeed, there's a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Benefit from tailored activities, networking, business and technical support, free webinars, trainings, and more. To join this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow! I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
What do you mean, sir? Free on a Oba. Metropolitan Life Insurance at Daramo. Now, me too, I am insured. Say accident. Yeah, real bommy. And now, so my family and I will be covered. And do you know I pay only 5 cedis 80 pesos a month? So allow me to sing. Now,
With Metiasi from Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited, you can have peace of mind knowing that you and your family are covered. Dial *170# now. Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited. Together we can.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it, you go enjoy it. In my branding check, branding check. In my branding check, come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich creamy goodness of Ghanaian coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Ghanaian coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Ghanaian coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Of 8 here on the Super Morning Show. So we are doing the twin location thing. Yes, we are in the United States of America in Ghana. first and foremost, and the envious part is that they are eating very wonderful breakfast, whilst we have been left to fend for ourselves. And
they're not sending us some.
Yeah, don't. I mean, if it involves, I have some belief in Samuel Adami's ability to be caring. But it doesn't always come up. So if he becomes a bit more magnanimous, we may, get something small. But if it doesn't happen, then all die be die. We are on our own.
Just get some cocoa.
Yes.
By the roadside.
Oh yes, we will survive. The masses will survive. The onslaught. But people are surviving in the United States of America, where it is quite clear now that Donald J. Trump is the next president of the United States, the 47th, in fact 45th, coming back to be 47th. He's actually made some form of history in that direction.
The greatest comeback of all times. And before we got on the air, I was telling you, it's like a red wave, a clean sweep. The House, the Senate.
I'm looking at the data. Republicans are also leading the House 192 as against, and also when it comes to Senate, Senate is quite clear now that Republicans are 51 as against the Democrats 43. And this is important because you hardly see, and I was talking about the 192 for Republicans when it comes to the House, and 70 for the as of now. So hopefully, if anything changes, we will get to know the latest developments in the House. But it's quite clear all the projections are heading in one direction, and they are all heading in the direction of Donald J. Trump. He is the next president in the making of the United States of America, and already people are looking at the dynamics on whether or not
people are reading meanings into all of that.
No, you need the people who are superimposing or comparing elephants to like for like, elephant to elephant, Republican features, right? Yes, and others are also doing the what they call it. So they have said that when Republicans win in the US, Republicans win in Ghana. But I mean, sometimes the people will, I'm not even sure whether they are truly Republicans, because sometimes
you can't even tell what they stand for.
For example, clearly we are not so ideological that it's not so clear. On the other side, though, people have started talking about geopolitics and the impact of Donald Trump in some of these conversations. Secondly, in fact, I've heard NATO officials already sending warning signals that, Donald Trump was not really the willing participant in the entire business, refusing to attend meetings, sometimes fighting over budgets, and all the other things that he had difficulties with.
And if it was Zelensky, what would you be thinking right now?
Yes, would I get the support to continue this kind of fight?
Remember his trip to the US just before the elections. He went to see Kamala Harris, and there's a whole talk about he interfering in US politics.
True.
Hope Donald Trump forgets.
and Trump has always been okay. America really pursues its interests, but Trump has been, if it's either our interest or nothing else.
America first.
Yeah, and the age-old Uncle Sam approach, the let's spread democracy to the rest of the world kind of thing, the let's push human rights and let's make sure others are saved, or the big savior comes to the rescue of people. That kind of position has not really been Trump. I don't know whether he's going to change this time around.
I don't think so.
In fact, in all fairness, he's really flip-flopped on some of these issues recently. On one hand, because of the elections.
Yeah, maybe to win votes.
Even on things like abortion. He's not been so forthright in saying, yes, I'm hardline, it should not happen. And on other issues too, he's only been interested in winning the votes.
And the abortion,
so whatever he says to win the votes, Trump's going to tell you that.
I mean, abortion was a big issue during the midterms, right?
Yeah.
And that was the reason why the Republicans couldn't win as much as they wanted to, and so the fear going into the main elections this year was
so he toned down. He said,
so
people should be allowed to do let the states decide. Make it look like, it's still in your hands, right? I'm giving you more power. I'll not centralize. I'll not put it at the top and make it look like I am the one in charge. Well, but people should not forget that it was privacy rights that were extended. The amendment on privacy was extended to include the fact that you can control your body and the content of that. But other people say that so far as a life, it ought to be protected by the state. And that people should not have the right to willy-nilly determine the life of another life. And it became a conversation about which stage is it then proper or prudent to carry out an abortion. At which stage? Fetal stage? How many weeks? So they really went deep into that conversation until that most recent ruling, which seemed to have actually rolled back what they consider to be progress in some. The lady said she was going to consider comprehensive legislation to deal with the matter forthright. I think some of her proposals were also too far left.
And she has a history, right, of being extremely leftist. Yes,
so some of the things she was pushing on the liberal slate were quite, profoundly liberal, which also became more divisive, especially when you are vice president with baggage of a government already in place, with economy and other things not working in your direction. So we are concluding that conversation. We certainly will be doing a lot more on the Super Morning Show here because we certainly should let you know what will be happening in the coming days. And I'll be asking you people this question. It was America that gave us the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act.
What's going to happen next?
AGWA. 2025, that thing is expiring. Will we have a new AGWA on our table? Or Trump will say, mind your business, let me do mine?
Well, like I was pointing out earlier, I don't think there will be a major shift in U.S. policy towards Africa when Trump becomes president. That's my feeling. Let's see what happens.
For example, when Trump wins, this positioning that we will be sanctioning people who rig elections in Ghana, we will not approve their visas and all of that. Will this still be maintained, for example?
Well,
in the few days that we have till the handing over and everything is done, because we will do elections next month.
Yeah.
Now somebody sent me a message that you talked about people superimposing their own meanings into what's happening in this conversation, right? Okay, this one says, in other news, a certain vice president who was pretending to be a driver's mate and campaigning on the message of change has been defeated by an experienced driver who was once described as a one-term president. In other words, America has rejected a tear rubber president for a second hand. Well, I don't know the connotations that they want to make. I'm sure this is because of our elections too. But there are a lot more messages that you should get to know this morning, because it's not just about what's happening in the USA, which is what we're keeping a keen eye on. It's also about what's happening here in Ghana, because Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. This is hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. We offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Ghana, get ready for the biggest giveaway from Syntex Tank. Syntex is visiting 15 communities, giving them free water. This is to say thank you, Ghana, for making us the number one. Syntex was the first to introduce double layer tanks in Ghana. Do you also know that Syntex tanks come in so many colors, Raymond? It was first to come out with the inner white layer. So when it's not Syntex, forget about it. Now, if you're a community and you want to be to benefit from Syntex free water giveaway, just log into their social media handles at Syntex Ghana and nominate your community. The more you nominate, the better chances of we coming. Remember, it's SINTEX Syntex Tank. No, be any tank, be tank. The correct tank be Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, strong, tough.
Now, Toyota Ghana Company Limited, the sole authorized distributor of Toyota vehicles, genuine parts, and Toyota Motor Oil in Ghana, is proud to offer a pre-Christmas safety health check to her cherished customers. This activity is scheduled for Saturday, November 9, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Customers who will visit Toyota Ghana service centers on this day, that's Saturday, November 9, this Saturday, right? For oil change, will enjoy 20% discount on servicing parts and free diagnosis. Customers can also request for only the vehicle diagnosis on the day. This is just for a minimal fee. Now, kindly note that regular vehicle maintenance is imperative for your safety and that of your vehicle. In Ghana, Toyota Ghana, we pledge our commitment to customer satisfaction and the safety on our roads. Enjoy the very best vehicle ownership experience with Toyota Ghana's superior service. For bookings and enquiries, call 0302 429 801. Your safety is our top priority as we drive Ghana forward this festive season. Ghana indeed drive Toyota. Toyota superior quality.
Yes, moms, it's finally here. The news we have all been waiting for. Your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains. Wow, sounds yummy. Fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? This new Cerelac wheat and maize comes at an affordable price of only 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. To prepare this new Cerelac wheat and milk, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac with milk. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved. Makes me hungry already.
Yes. Where are you headed this morning? Are you going to a restaurant to buy food like my dear friend? Or you are waiting for one from other groups who are supposed to be
from the embassy?
That's true. Are you enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant or getting more home essentials at your favorite shop? Or you're out there going to buy fuel for your car? Are you going shopping online or doing some other things that you need? Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, do it with the SG Visa card. The SG Visa card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa card. Go about your business anywhere in Ghana with the comfort and security of your money being available to you always. Make your life easy, and use your SG Ghana Visa card today. To find out more, just call 0302-214-314. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Well, talk of a Visa card, I feel like traveling already. So wondering where to hold your strategy planning meetings, board sessions, or staff retreats. There's only one venue. It is the Safari Valley Resort. Think of a green, serene environment, accessibility, meeting room capacity, flow and layout of space, room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff, and first-class catering services. Then call Safari Valley Resort is your first choice. Call them on 059-6914-394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
Now, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, is organizing its first nationwide essay competition for students from basics 4 to 9 and senior high schools. Now, basic schools, right? Those in classes 4 to 6. You write a 14-line poem on one of the following topics: human trafficking, cybercrime, or money laundering. If you are in basic school 7 to 9, Class 7, then that's JHS, right?
Class 7.
Yeah.
JHS 1.
Yeah, because 4 to 9, so will be 4 to 6 will be what? Class 4 to class 6. Then class 7 will be JHS 1 to JHS 3. But that would have
believe it's taking us a while to figure this out.
Yes. How can social media exposure, this is what you're writing on if you are in JHS. How can social media exposure and the threat by cyber criminals affect the Ghanaian child? Your word limit is 450 to 500 words. For you in the senior high schools, discuss the way forward for Ghana on the impact of youth unemployment and organized crime. That is your topic. Discuss the way forward for Ghana on the impact of youth unemployment and organized crime. Or you can also write on examine human trafficking and its impact on Ghanaian youth and propose solutions to address this issue. Examine human trafficking and its impact on Ghanaian youth and propose solutions to address this issue. The word limit there is 600 words. All entries should be submitted to the various heads of schools for onward submission to the Schools and Instructions Division of the Ghana Education Service here in Accra, or send to Ioko via email Gioko, G-O-C-O, at ioko.gov.gh by 21st of November 2024. Students should also add their names and contact details. Call or WhatsApp at 0579 709 066 for more information.
All right. This November and December, Zenith Bank Ghana and Visa are rewarding Zenith SME business card holders with exclusive giveaways. Be one of the first 40 customers to sign up for a Zenith SME business card and receive Total Energy fuel vouchers to fuel your car, or be one of the 100 Zenith SME card holders will be receiving shopping vouchers from Amazon when you spend a minimum of 10,000 Ghana cedis on internal transactions in November and December 2024. I bet Raymond has more than that in his account. The Zenith SME business cards is the card that keeps giving and the ultimate payment solution for SME. Sign up for the Zenith SME business card today at any Zenith Bank branch nationwide. For more information, call Zenith Direct on their 24-hour customer contact center on 0302 680 884 or 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, MSMEs, the power over, of course, 70% of Ghana's GDP and employ 85% of its workforce. Yet, I'm talking about medium and small scale enterprises, and that's medium, small, and yes, enterprises. Yet they continue to face challenges like limited access to credit and essential skills. You need to join the GIZ for the Greater Accra Regional Network on Entrepreneurial Development and Employment Promotion Conference. This is on the theme Sustainable Solutions for Enterprise Development and Employment Promotion. The role of the Union of Stakeholders. This is being organized by GIZ. This 2-day event features hands-on workshops, expert talks, and inspiring success stories from local entrepreneurs. Are you an MSME? Register now to showcase your business for free. This is happening on the 12th and the 13th. That's next week of November. The venue is the Kofi Ohene Kwanedu Hall at the UPSA here in Accra. It's starting at 9:30 a.m. daily. For more information, just call Bernice at 0244 311 409. 0244 311 409.
Well, this next one I'm tempted to sing. You could be the luckiest.
That's the song, guy.
Hello, Ghana. Here's your chance to be one of the luckiest. Our grand draw is happening on November 30 with incredible cash prizes. But until then, we're giving away fantastic prizes every single day. Imagine winning a motorbike, a TV, or a chest freezer, and many more just by getting your luckiest tickets. Here's how it works. Every day, the person who buys the highest amount in tickets wins the daily prize, and it doesn't matter if you're buying different tickets. All you need to do is dial *712#, follow the prompts, and purchase as many tickets as you can. And if you're feeling generous, you can even buy tickets for someone else. So Ghana, this is your time. Grab your tickets daily and stay in the game to win all month long with the luckiest. Don't miss out on these exciting prizes. Keep dialing *712# to buy more tickets. The luckiest luck is everywhere. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Now, why wait for December when we can bring you some Christmas to you this early? Now, Total Energy is kicking off the holiday spirit with our Bronian Lou Bay special. This is from the 1st of November to the 31st of January 2025. And you're ready to spread some festive cheer. Swing by Liberation Road, Tesano, Dakuman, Link Road, Sakumono, Farah Avenue, Oxford Street, Community One Stadium, and Apremdo. Total Energy's service stations. Change your oil and get a free elite car wash to keep your ride sparkling. It's like giving your car a holiday makeover. Yeah, a car will look like something special, something new. People will not even recognize it. So while preparing to hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready for the festivities. For more details and updates, visit our website on totalenergiesgh.com. Also follow us on social media and get the gist and the other 419, everything that's related to it. Now you go straight to Total Energies Ghana if you're on Facebook. If you're on X, Total Energies GH, it's in capital letters, that's a GH. If you're on Instagram like Obeti, Total Energies GH, but this time around the GH is in small letters, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Obeti survives on Instagram. Obeti enjoys Instagram.
For reasons I'm getting to discover this
very
morning.
ungodly reasons.
Anyway, so maybe you and Roberta can get ready for Impact 2024. Get ready for 8 days of power and transformation at Impact 2024, hosted by Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams at Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. Join us from the November 24 to December 1 for inspiring morning sessions starting at 9 a.m. and evening sessions at 5 p.m. Experience dynamic speakers including Apostle Joshua Selman, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Reverend Dr. David Entry, Apostle Isi Iginegba, and Bishop Dr. Bernard Odre Asare. Children's services are available daily at 5 p.m. For more information, contact 059-230-0069, 059-230-0069. Don't miss Impact 2024, your timely intervention. Watch live on Dominion TV or follow at Archbishop Nick and at Action Chapel GH on social media. That's at Action Chapel GH on social media.
Yes, and we're still following here on the Super Morning Show what's happening in the United States of America. And as we know, we have Team A already at the residence of the ambassador of the US of A in the Republic. And they are eating large and big time. This is the only part of the world I know people. Okay, well, we are part of the election, right? So lose or win, we don't really get to, because some people cannot be eating whilst others are not happy with the outcome of the election or the impending outcome, as Donald Trump is well on his way to becoming the 47th president of the United States of America. Yes, and this comeback is a very, very tremendous comeback. But of course, after I bring you some very special messages, we should be able to launch into what the impact will be for those of us in our part of the world. What's likely to be the African policy? Would anything change? Would it be easier to get visa now, or will be more difficult, mindful of the rhetoric?
Many people are wondering.
Yes. I mean, people are already sending messages in that line. Now, the Japan, will it happen, or it's been permanently frozen?
The notion that Trump may be anti-immigrant. But I mean, he just said that if you are coming legally, he doesn't have a problem.
Yes.
So that's emphasis on entering the US.
But many believe that the rhetoric from the top sometimes influences policy at the bottom too. So we may have tighter rules, or even sometimes even quotas that they are supposed to meet at some of these embassies. So I mean, if you don't meet it, you are going to be in trouble. But all of these ought to be clarified for us as Trump comes in. But will businesses prosper? Can Ghanaian businesses actually extend their reach to the United States of America? Should we expect more openings, for example, for people who seek to actually transfer their skills there, or seek to actually do business with the US, and is the US open for business once more? Those are things that we should be exploring in the course of our conversation. And
Donald
again,
Trump
geopolitics.
Is a businessman, so
geopolitics, for example. Will Trump intervene and be the trump card to anybody determining what happens in Gaza?
Nice play on words.
Will we also have some conclusion in Ukraine because of Trump and his relationship with Russia, or perceived relationship with Russia? All of that is supposed to be part of our show this morning, dedicated to the grouping you will get to know about, and the grouping you should be interested in, that is the United States of America. They say when America coughs, all of us get some cold or something. When they sneeze, we get some cold or something like that. Is this cold going to be centralized, or this time still going to be effective across the world? But before, I brought you birthday messages, right? This is a very special one that I will be in trouble if I do not do it. It says, happy birthday to the ever amazing Sandra Bonny of Ghana Standards Authority. May the good Lord grant your heart's desire now and always. This is from a very special friend. I'm sure you know Sandra. And today is also the birthday of Philip Addison, the lawyer Philip Addison.
Wow.
Yes, he's enjoying the birthday. I don't know whether he tilts towards Trump or sometimes. So this can affect your birthday, but I expect you have a very wonderful and a great birthday. After these messages, the Super Morning Show continues.
I used to stress about where to receive my Tracy car, and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine, and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate, because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast, and secure, with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, Ria, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day. today with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tire lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 18 branches nationwide. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Call our hotlines on 0302 324723 or 0243 690295. Also on 0243 480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Get ready. Every objection against you is hereby dismissed. For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igene, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Inchi, November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily. Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. For inquiries or bars information, call 059-230-0069.
Saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it was a dream, but the NPP delivered free SHS. Over the last 7 years, over 5 million students have benefited from free education. The program has significantly increased enrollment and provided access to education for many who might not have had the opportunity.
Before, my family couldn't afford it. Now I'm learning a trade under TVET, and I'm looking forward to a brighter future.
Free SHS gave me the chance to go to senior high school. I'm studying science and dreaming of becoming a doctor.
Free SHS, investing in Ghana's future, one student at a time. Let's protect the future of our young people by voting number 1 on December 7. Vote for Baumia. Vote number 1.
Imagine having access to top-notch educational resources, no matter your grade of school or location in Ghana. With the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank, you can tap into a vast library of resources, even in offline mode. From primary all the way to tertiary education, we've got you covered. As a student, you have access to past questions from 1990 to date for BEC, WASSCE, and tertiary test examinations. As a teacher or lecturer, you can hold virtual classes for your students and share your lecture notes for their use. As an educator or researcher, you can publish your books or articles for public consumption. And lastly, you have your own studies teacher or AI tutor who is trained to teach you in any subject topic till you fully understand. So whether you're a student, educator, content creator, researcher, or entrepreneur, the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank was made just for you. Sign up today at www.gksb.gov.gh. The Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank, where learning has no limits and the possibilities are endless. This project was financed by the World Bank under the erstwhile e-Transform project at the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization.
Are you a female entrepreneur, young business owner, agribusiness, fintech, or agri-tech venture? This one's for you. We see your need for funding for your business, and we believe that your story matters. So in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, ABSA is offering you collateral-free loans of up to 1 million Ghana cedis at 10% interest rate per annum. We've already pumped over 1.3 billion cedis into over 6,000 businesses. Yours is next. Visit our SME project office, your nearest ABSA branch, or head to absa.com.gh. Your story matters. ABSA.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the 40th National Farmers Day and Awards Night. All farmers, fishers, and agriculture enthusiasts, get ready for an unforgettable evening of celebration and recognition at the upcoming AgriFest and National Farmers Day Awards Night. Join His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Friday, 8th November 2024 at Alisa Hotel, Accra, as we honor our hardworking farmers and fishers. From innovative farming and fishing techniques to sustainable practices, we will showcase the best at an AgriFest from Monday, 4th November to Friday, 8th November 2024 at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park, Accra. National Farmers Day Awards Night and AgriFest. Let's celebrate the gallant food providers of our country to cover everyone.
As a business owner, staying connected with your customers is crucial, but it's not always easy. What if there was a way to reach thousands of potential customers instantly? Introducing bulk WhatsApp messaging by WhatsApp Wholesale, the game-changing communication tool for businesses in Ghana. WhatsApp Wholesale empowers you to send personalized messages to thousands of people at the click of a button. From promotions to customer engagement, WhatsApp Wholesale helps you maintain meaningful connections and drive more sales. Log on to eloquentdigital.ai and start your free trial today. Call or WhatsApp +233 539 204445.
WhatsApp Wholesale is a bulk WhatsApp messaging platform which allows you to send information to thousands at just a click. Start your free trial today.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the
here on the Super Morning Show, which is twin located today. Yeah, here at Kokomiri. And also, you see, how does he say it? Over to the Far Sight Enterprise, Kokomiri. Yeah. So here at Kokomiri in our studios and also at the US Ambassador's residence, we are bringing you a very special programming on the US elections. And as we've been telling you consistently, Donald J. Trump is well on his way to becoming the 47th president of the US of A. Indeed, he has gotten what's required for him to be president, and all the projections are heading in his direction as we speak. What will be the impact of this on every single sector? Geopolitics, Africa, and towards more importantly here in Ghana, what will be the conversation around Donald Trump going into the future? Would it be better for world peace or it would worsen matters? Is Gaza going to finally get some resolution because of Trump? And are there going to be further indications in Ukraine on this particular issue? What will be his relationship with Russia? As for China, he's heavily opposed to China, so he's already indicating all the things that he wants to do to stick it to them. Now we'll be getting to know whether that policy will stand the test of time and would actually have greater impact on the world as it's expected to be. But birthday messages would have been brought to you earlier because of our disruptions and all the wonderful things we are doing today. We couldn't do so. Mostly it's brought to you by MTN everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with the global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And you know that immediately after birthday messages, we would have zoomed straight into the sports center. It was also for some reason we couldn't bring it to you because of this special programming that we had today. And if you're looking forward to it, maybe I had to apologize to you especially. We brought you US rather. So that's why we are where we are today. But mostly we know that it's brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. If it's football, you want, we've got it all for you. Yes, all of it on DSTV, all the leagues, all the caps, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting, and DSTV is your home of entertainment. And for many of you without DSTV, I'm not sure how you also watched your what they call it, American elections on CNN this morning. Of course, you say you have alternatives, but that's one more reason why you should have DSTV with you. So the Sports Center will have been brought to you by MTN, Standard Chartered Bank, and also DSTV, your home of entertainment. Now let me tell you more from the MTN. Get ready for a game changer if you're an SME, because they are introducing Jello Base. Is the new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. This all-in-one package consists of one 4G plus router with 10 gigabytes of data free for you. Microsoft Office 365, I've used it before. It is fantastic. Genuine Microsoft applications, and the genuine ought to be underlined. Stop that business of you are running a very big proper professional business, and yet every software you have is pirated, is stolen. I'll tell you a story I had some time ago. I mean, it's not becoming of you. You understand? You should have genuine Microsoft applications, and that's what MTN gives you through their very special Zello Biz package. Webways is a customized business website for your business. It's also under this same package, and a Unicom service. This is a unified business communication service for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs. Oh, for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellow Base, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. To stay ahead of competition, all you need to do is call 100 or 0244308111, or send us an email at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com, or visit mtn.com.gh/business, or any MTN office for your Jello Base, and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. There's one more thing you should know before we move on. We know that you can imagine it, right? A world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Did you have lights last night? Did you where you lived? Was there power? Or they did that thing to you too, or the unofficial doom so caught up with you. So if you really have that situation, I want you to picture your rooftop being transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering you loans, we're offering you the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt you generate is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following numbers: 050-153-5789 or 050-153-5790 or 0244-674-154. And let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7.
Is brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. And those messages should be keeping coming in. What's your reaction to what's happening in the US of A? What do you think the impact on us in Ghana and on the continent of Africa is going to be like? And on the main issues, because there are still issues of importance to everybody though. Immigration, how is it going to be like? Are you able to get a visa easily? I know someone who just returned from the USA, and because he just returned from the USA, some of these important questions ought to be put to him, but he has to do so by first telling me whether he brought me my breakfast.
Please, I couldn't afford the import duty.
Are you serious? So you have abused the principle of extraterritoriality.
What are you talking about?
We know that you are not in person. No.
I can't bring you food from another country without paying duty. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
You are just in the residence somewhere in Accra.
Duty is charged in dollars.
Nobody would have had the duty for bringing me just a pack of food.
What are you talking about?
How can you do that?
Please. I cannot break.
I have explained to you. That's
GRA is listening.
That's how Kamala lost elections.
What are you talking about?
This attitude. Some are chopping, others are not chopping.
Listen,
it's a very dangerous phenomenon.
I've got to tell you that these elections have really.
You are moving on too quick.
I've moved on already.
Please, this is a national crisis you are discussing here.
The way the breakfast was nice.
I see what he's doing.
They made some eggs.
But you see your man.
They made some eggs and then some tomatoes, grilled baby tomatoes, and they're so flavorful.
Yes.
They burst in your mouth, and the flavors explode. And you feel like you are somewhere in Washington DC or in Pennsylvania. You just feel the ethnicity of the American in the food. Every morsel, it was just.
I've now realized that I have greater restraint.
What are you talking about?
I mean, preventing myself from attacking you right now.
But why were you attacking me? Why will you attack me? I'm telling you that we were treated to a wonderful time by our American, friends.
Well,
and I'm sorry, but I couldn't cross borders with food. Otherwise, I would have happily brought you some of those wonderful little ripe.
Mostly, I know that you are not very godly, but I'm looking forward to the chancellor. Samuel Adame. That he will do what is right by me.
He himself hasn't beaten immigration to make his way back into Ghanaian territory, and you are worrying about.
No.
You are worrying about him bringing you.
Our lives are dependent on him, so it's important that he returns to actually put this in proper perspective.
Your lives are forfeit.
I want to also hear what people think or what they feel about the outcome of the U.S. elections. They should send us a Joy SMS, right? # Joy SMS.
Yeah.
You send that message to us. We'll read it live here. Of course, I did tell that social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Cowbell Coffee with you every moment.
Now, let's talk about something we all want: success. Everybody wants it. Everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and to make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet you it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days when you need someone to be there for you, because everyone you know is in the United States for breakfast, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side, Raymond. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will kickstart your day. Whether you're working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So no matter where you are, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
Now, certainly every day people face different emergencies. Today, our own is food, police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. So *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet, right, to work on that *770#. So if you run out of internet or data and you want to replace it, you don't need internet to try and get yourself this replacement. That's why it's so cool. You don't need to panic in any money emergency situation. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
And of course, no doubt, the whole world is talking about what we are talking about on the Super Morning Show today. Donald Trump emerging and continuing to emerge as the numbers keep coming in as president of the United States. And congratulatory messages are coming through. We'll share a few of them with you. We'll tell you what the Ukrainian president had to say about it, what the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu had to say about the emerging victory of Donald Trump. Yes. Stay with us. We'll bring you all of the international reactions as we continue to digest the news that Donald Trump is poised to make America great again. On Big Stories, brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies, Latex Foam, your partner for life, and Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Now get ready for more money and even more winners. The Telecel More Money promo just got extended for 2 extra months, giving you even more chances to win big. We are now rewarding 4 lucky winners with 30,000 Ghana cedis every single week, and the 1 million Ghana cedi grand prize is still up for grabs. Keep purchasing data or airtime or reloading data on your fixed broadband to get closer to becoming a millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning. Don't miss out, right? Dial *500# and send WIN to 500, or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in for free. Terms and conditions, however, apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Telecel, connecting energy.
Now picture this. Some of you find it easier to picture than others because you are actually doing that right now. You're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you. A reminder that shortcuts and compromises never pay off. Your comfort and well-being should have never been compromised, and that is why at Latex Foam they prioritize quality above all else. Step into their showroom and experience the difference for yourself. Their high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That is the Latex Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latex Foam. Otherwise, you do yourself. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Visit them today and sleep better tonight. Call 0302 231155 or 0322 008499, or just go to latexfoamghana.com. Somebody has just reminded me that they are called cherry tomatoes. Not baby tomato, cherry tomatoes. Thank you, Bam Bam.
You certainly will have to be very careful, okay?
What? They are so nice. They are so nice. Like you bite into them and then the juice just explodes in your mouth. And if you've just had like a mouthful
the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Wait. The Joy Business Minute would have been brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, we stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. When we come back, we'll tell you what the Prime Minister of Israel and the Ukrainian president and of course the United Kingdom's Prime Minister have all said about the emergence of Donald Trump as the past and now next president of the United States. Stay with us.
Please, how much is the rice?
It depends on size, no. 5 kilogram, no. And no, for 120 Ghana cedis.
120 Ghana cedis?
Ayo, right now, the importers are complaining about the high dollar rates, taxes, and import duties. So they have also increased prices. So you can ask around.
But this same bag was 25 Ghana cedis in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
You see, elections have consequences. Today, when you complain, government says Russia and Ukraine war.
And you are forgetting COVID-19.
One bag of cement in John Dramani Mahama's time, 2016, was 24 cedis, but now it has crossed 100 Ghana cedis under the NPP. The dollar was 4 cedis under Mahama, but today it is 16 Ghana cedis under the watch of Mr. Economic Fundamentals. These are the people who told us that Yetisikaso and accommodate.
Hey, Erade, ya too ababoni all the sweet promises have turned out to be 419.
Madam, we are all suffering. We really need a tried and tested, experienced and visionary leader who can reset our country and lead us to build the Ghana we all want.
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
All right. Wow, look, I am a man, but they have written female as my sex. Auntie Mercy.
Oh, yes.
Hey, you see what I've been telling you about the Electoral Commission? Here's a mistake on my voter's ID card.
That is why it is important to go and check your details during the exhibition of the Provisional Voters Register.
What voters register?
You don't know, The Electoral Commission by law exhibits the Provisional Register for all to check their names and details and make corrections if need be. Why? why?
Is that necessary? Look, I know all their tricks.
Oh, yes. Here comes Mr. Isi. Mr. Isi!
Free and fair. What is going on?
Yes, he's saying that the exhibition of the voters register is not necessary.
Look, during the registration, mistakes can be made. The exhibition of the provisional voters register is for everyone to go and check that his or her name and details in the register are correct, and names of people who died must be removed. It is important to correct all errors. Even so, once your photo is on the card and your name is in the register, you can still vote in the December elections. Except that we will laugh at you when we see female on your card as a male voter.
Now that we know the truth, we won't fall for your lies anymore.
Yes. No. This is part of the process towards conducting a free, fair, and transparent election by the Electoral Commission.
Yes. You must trust the process. Come on, let's go and check our details.
Electoral Commission of Ghana. Transparency and accountability in motion.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igeneba, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Entry, November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. For inquiries or bars information, call 059-230-0069.
Get ready, Ghana! It's time to celebrate 20 incredible years of eco luxury at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort in November. Join us this November for an unforgettable customer event and the ultimate relaxation experience in paradise. We're making this milestone with exclusive tours, luxury stays, and events that highlight our commitment to sustainability and you, our amazing guests. Come be part of the magic and book your experience today at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort, where nature meets luxury. Call us now on 0264-241-549 now. The Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence. One exceptional resort.
Ifya, I've been thinking, have you noticed the changes in our community?
Kojo, things are really different now. The MPP has really made a difference.
Exactly. Free SHS, healthcare, new factories. It's like a whole new Ghana.
And don't forget, electricity is so much reliable now. I remember when we used to go days without light.
True. The NPP has done a lot to improve the basics.
Ajua is a beneficiary of free SHS, and now she is in university.
And that's the kind of leadership we need. Someone who is focused on making things better for everyone. But Ifya, still there are a lot more to be done for the development of Ghana.
Absolutely, Kojo. The NPP has shown that real progress is possible.
On December 7th, let's vote to keep this positive impact going. Vote number 1 on the ballot. Vote NPP for a better and prosperous Ghana.
Meet Amma, my new catch. Born on a Saturday, Amma knows the value of hard work and cleanliness.
Hi there, I'm Amma. I can tackle tough stains on your clothes, leaving them fresh and clean with an amazing sweet fragrance. But that's not all. Got a messy floor? Don't worry, I can handle that too, making your home spotless and welcoming. In the kitchen, I'm your trusted partner, making sure your dishes sparkle and shine.
Amma Multi-Purpose Bar Soap isn't just any soap, it's the soap. Amma Multi-Purpose Soap. Clean with ease, live with joy. Amma Multi-Purpose Soap. The name you can trust for cleaning, washing, bathing, and leaving a sweet fragrance in your home. Also available is Amma Detergent Powder. In stock in selected stores nationwide. This advert is FDA approved.
It's time
time to impress. Caveman Watches presents the ultimate corporate gift. Elevate your brand with custom designed timepieces. From client appreciation to employee rewards, we've got the perfect watch for every occasion. Quality craftsmanship, your logo, our expertise. Caveman Watches, where time meets your brand. Order now for your next corporate event. Visit our website at www.cavemanwatches.com or call us on 0557 516 744. Caveman Watches. Be remembered.
Yeah. I bet you know what time it is. Yeah, I know what time it is. It's a classic production of the Man in the Mix. Man in the Mix. I'm here to rap some more. Look at me. Feel this. Okay.
It's about 9:28 on the Super Morning Show right here on Joy. We're so excited to bringing you the show on this important day when America decides who their next leader will be, and it looks like it's Donald Trump. In fact, what do I mean by
she say
it
she
looks
will
like?
give more visas now?
Who?
The U.S. people.
You mean the American ambassador?
No, not she. I'm saying that the U.S. people with Donald Trump now in charge.
Why would that mean more visas?
Because we liked him.
You and who?
Ghanaians like Trump a lot.
You like him. He doesn't like you.
Yeah. He doesn't like.
Well,
Did he tell you that?
He says you live in. He says you live in an S-hole country and you need to be kept out of his country. So there
that's
you go.
Factual, but
there you go.
We have complied with the rules anyway.
What rules, Master?
Yes.
Stay in your jabbing here. Let's talk. Anyway,
international people.
Oh, Master. Everybody they talk say, Charlie, it no be easy. With VW Terramont V6, Charlie, it be easy. Easy on your budget and easy on the roads with their powerful V6 engine. Now, are you looking to purchase a fuel-efficient subcompact SUV with higher ground clearance? T-Cross will be your best decision. Charlie, it'd be easy to purchase VW cars. Take advantage of their Save a Fortune promo campaign and drive a Volkswagen, or let me say it properly, Volkswagen. Hurry while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. Call or send a WhatsApp to VW Ghana on 025 795 6688 for more information about their range of models: Virtus, T-Cross, Tiguan, Allspace, Terramont, and the Amarok pickup.
When we didn't know the German thing, though, can you believe that we used to call the guy Max Weber? The people say Weber. Oh, not Werner Wayne. Yeah, but why? Let's be consistent, right? Anyway, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. There are sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at competitive prices. For every generator you acquire, you enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include, but they are not limited to, the following: 24-hour emergency services. 1. Sale of genuine spare parts. 2. Reliable rental services. 3. Professional advice. 4. And sales of tire lights and rental. Now, you can locate their latest branches and you need to know them. If you're in BBNE, it's at Petrogy, opposite Bethel School Junction, on the main BBNE Kumasi Highway. If you're in Techiman, is at the ex-oil filling station on the main Techiman Kumasi Highway. And if you want to know, I'm sure by now you would know, their head office is at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 18 other branches nationwide. They are into skills training. They have a training school that trains students on generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. They offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Contact them on these hotlines: 0243 480 334 or 0243 690 295. Anointed is the generator experts.
Now let me ask, are you ready to take control of your career? Then you better join Absa Bank Ghana's free ready-to-work webinar titled Navigating the Job Market. It's on Thursday, the 14th of November, and it will be live on Absa Bank Ghana's Facebook and YouTube channels from 11 a.m. Learn from experts as they share valuable insights on job search strategies, developing a winning CV, current interview techniques, and career development. Don't miss this opportunity to gain the skills and knowledge you need to succeed. Your story matters. Absa.
Now reward yourself with a prime investment. Choose from a luxurious one-bedroom unit or a spacious investment studio at Eminence Court. Now, a premier development by Nestus Homes. Located in the heart of Tema Community 26, just behind Palace Mall, this eco-friendly community offers exceptional rental yields and strong capital appreciation. Experience the epitome of luxury living and smart investing at Eminence Court. The key features are off-plan price starting from $35,000, fully furnished, delivery in 3 months, prime location, ensure rentals from Airbnb. Don't miss this opportunity to create a lasting legacy. Contact us today at 053 101 4440 or 053 101 4447 or visit our website at nestus.com.gh or follow us on social media at nestusgh for more information.
Okay, speaking of more information, there's a lot more for us to talk about. I mean, The congratulations are coming through from all around the world, and when we come back from these messages, we're going to find out what the world is saying about Donald Trump's win of the US elections. Also, how did Kamala Harris lose? We'll analyze when we return.
Daddy, Della Papa, you can't survive a day without me. Oh, don't worry, it is on fire. Della, what's the problem? I've run out of gas, and today I don't have money. I have only 40 cedis on me.
Oh, ma. Who said you need a lot of money to buy gas? You can refill any amount per your pocket. Even sell 20 cedis.
Are you sure?
Ma, it's true.
Okay, hurry up. Go and fill 40 cedis for me right now.
Oh, ma.
My friend, go and fill it before the network in my okra cuts.
Oh, yes. Protect indigenous Ghanaian businesses, save over 10,000 local Ghanaian jobs, and salvage more than $400 million local investments by refilling your gas cylinders at your nearest gas station nationwide. LPG Refilling, your affordable, pocket-friendly, and transparent choice.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive, yeah. Shall wash away all.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Are you ready for the dance party of a lifetime? The Rotary Club of Accra Airport, Rotary Club of Accra Premier International, Joy 99.7 FM, and the Gold Coast Restaurant bring you Pop Chain 2024, a special dance party to raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening. Come dance to the live music of the Lipstick Queens, the renowned old ladies band, as they give you a party like no other, whilst we raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening to allow early detection in our communities. The Pop Chain 2024 will take place on Saturday, the 16th of November 2024 at the Gold Coast Restaurant behind the police headquarters. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and the party kicks off at 7 p.m. Tickets are selling at 200 Ghana cedis and are available at the front desk of Joy 99.7 FM and Gold Coast Restaurant. For your ticket reservations, call or WhatsApp 0244 663968. Go grab your tickets fast. To support this worthy cause and initiative, you can send donations via our mobile money platform by dialing *714*003*3# and follow the prompts. Pop Chain 2024 with the Lipstick Queens is here. See you there.
This girl is on fire.
Wafa, send us money to take care of your nephews. Now they are back from school.
Last month, I sent you guys money. What happened to all that?
Wafa, the challenges with the free SHS has taken all the money. I send the boys money weekly to buy food to eat because of the feeding challenges confronting their school. Aside that, they are back in the house on vacation due to the double track traffic light system. And now I have to look for money to enroll them in private classes.
Baba, I understand your frustrations. Thankfully, the next NDC government under John Mahama will maintain and improve the free SHS program to make it work.
How will that be done?
The double track system will be abolished. A dedicated source of funding will be provided. Private SHS will be added.
Wow.
Food procurement will be decentralized and the quality of learning outcomes improved.
This will be a huge relief for us as parents and even for our wards in senior high schools.
Exactly. That is why you must tell your friends to vote for the Mahama-led NDC come December 7th.
Wafa, no shaking cry. We have already advised ourselves. Who doesn't want quality?
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Name is Akrobeto. I like my mind peace. That's why I go get my Bampo insurance from Holland Life. Just yesterday, my Abushapeni asked everybody to pay 1,000 Ghana cedis for a penny funeral. But Masa Nukureni, I'm also Mekora. My Bambo helped me cover cost of funeral and any disability cost by paying 2 Ghana cedis per Bushumi Bia. A simple cry.
Yes, with as little as 2 Ghana cedis, you too can have peace of mind about cost of injury and funeral by simply registering with Mibambo Insurance from Holland Life. Just dial *269# on MTN or Telecel and follow the prompts. It's really that simple. Enjoy peace of mind today, knowing your tomorrow is covered. Mibambo Insurance, made for you.
National Health Insurance.
Great news!
news. The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollment and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
I love you. Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy, and today Donald Trump returns to the White House. We've been giving you live coverage from the American ambassador's residence as the results came in. Right now we're in the studio to tell you that you can join Ghana's top 1,000 CEOs, policymakers, political leaders and ambassadors for the first Ghana CEO Presidential Manifesto Gala Dinner on November 7, 2024 at the Mövenpick Ambassador Hotel in Accra from 6 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. The landmark event focuses on reigniting the business economy and social contract for growth, a business manifesto for political accountability and sustainable development. Special guest of honor, His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Baumia and His Excellency the former President John Mahama. Attendance is by invitation and it requires pre-registration, so you can do so at ceogaladinner.ceonetworkgh.com. If you want to know more, call 0546 391 970 or email ceogaladinner@gmail.com. It's powered by Chief Executives Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, University of Ghana, SIGA, GIPC, UPSA Law, and the Multimedia Group. The first Ghana CEO Presidential Manifesto Gala Dinner 2024, connecting political ambitions with business realities. Terms and conditions apply.
Now stay ready for unexpected funeral and accidental disability cost with Mebambo Life Insurance on MTN and Telecel by Hollard Life and Wosokra, because with as little as 2 cedi, 10 Ghana cedi, 25 cedi or 50 Ghana cedi per month, you can get up to 30,000 Ghana cedi for funeral and accidental disability cost. Just dial star 269 hash to register on MTN or Telecel with your Ghana card number, and automatic monthly deductions will be made from your mobile money wallet. Add as many as 7 biological dependents to cover your spouse, children, parents, grandparents, and in-laws. No stress at all with a quick claims process. Get more Asundre with Hollard Life Mebambo and live your best life. It is insurance made for you. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello drivers out there, it's time for another incredible deal, and this time it's on batteries. Amaron is known for their performance and durability, making the very best batteries for all types of vehicles. And of course you get a limited time flash sale on premium Amaron batteries. So now's the moment to replace yours. They're built to last, they deliver consistent power, they're perfect for everything from your private car to your heavy duty vehicles. Plus, with up to 10% off during this flash sale, it's the perfect time to buy. Don't buy the cheap batteries out there, buy premium Amaron batteries at unbeatable prices. Get a whole 12-month warranty when you buy. Remember, this is a flash sale, so when they're gone, they're gone. Grab your premium Amaron batteries now and make sure you're always powered up and ready to go. Come along to their sales points at Asida House Motors opposite Usu Cemetery, or call 0277 800 700. Samir Engineering and Trading Company Limited. Abusukai Roundabout is another place you can get them, and the number is 0593 845 863. They're also at BO Akomia Motors, Abusukai Father and Son, on 02444 78815 for all types of premium Amaron batteries. Amaron batteries last long, really longer. Amaron, a chepa.
Now, you are a graduate from the University Polytechnic College of Education, Nursing and Midwifery College, or you have just completed SHS and looking for the opportunity to study your dream course abroad. You can study in countries like Australia, Canada, UK, US, where Trump is your president, Ireland, New Zealand, and many more. These countries have excellent reputation in teaching and research. You can work part-time to support your studies and get up to 4-year post-study work visa when you have completed successfully. Application for January 2025 is ongoing. Contact Astolinks to get information about admission, scholarship, as well as how to secure your study visa. Astolinks is located at 4A Pawpaw Street at East Legon. Call them on 0265 341 070. Visit them on their website astolinks.net. Astolinks is your pathway to or for success.
Okay then. So listen, stay with us. We've got more to share with you, including the messages coming in from presidents all around the world. Benjamin Netanyahu says, "Dear Donald and Melania Trump, congratulations on history's greatest comeback. Your historic return to the White House offers a new beginning for America and a powerful recommitment to the great alliance between Israel and America. This is a huge victory. In true friendship, yours, Benjamin and Sarah Netanyahu." Okay, the UK Prime Minister has said something.
Yes, UK and Ghana also has a statement out, and of course, I'm sure you have also seen the outstanding grouping and statements coming from the likes of Ukraine and the other great countries. Okay, oh, you did Netanyahu, right?
Yes.
I was going to do Ukraine.
I've got the Ukrainian one.
No. Congratulations. ACC, the name is Volodymyr Zelensky.
Yeah.
Yes, at Zelensky UA. Congratulations to at real Donald Trump. Real. You should change it to as Presido Donald Trump on his impressive is the word he used, election victory. I recall our great meeting with President Trump back in September when we discussed in detail, and this is important, the UK-US, Ukraine-US strategic partnership, the victory plan, and ways to put an end to Russian aggression against Ukraine. I appreciate President Trump's commitment to the peace through strength approach in global affairs. This is exactly the principle that can practically bring just peace in Ukraine closer. I am hopeful that we will put it into action together. This is coming from Ukraine. Very powerful statement there. Yeah, because people are worried about how American funding and American support for Ukraine is going to go, mindful of the fact that Trump is not really a fan of putting his money into NATO, for example, or supporting other quests for other people's peace. In fact, to him, if it doesn't threaten the US peace, he has no business supporting you, except it brings interest, money, and businesses to his country. So he's that kind of a person. And people are beginning to raise the concern about whether the big brother is going to act as Uncle Sam and give directions and indications to other countries, or promote democracy worldwide, or just go and mind his business this time around.
Well, fascinating stuff. Now, a question on our minds is, how did Kamala Harris lose? I mean, it seemed as if, as a member of the incumbent government, she had more of a stronghold in certain traditional demographics than what the results have proved. We'll analyze briefly when we come back from these messages.
Honestly, the cost of dialysis is an impossible burden to carry. Ever since this kidney failure diagnosis, we spend over 1,200 cedis every week. I keep asking if there's no intervention for persons suffering from chronic illnesses in society. Considering all these economic hardships, isn't the government thinking of us? Aren't they? Is the NPP government saying they can't do anything about this? Grandpa, I can't lose you, Grandpa.
A nation that doesn't care for its sick is herself sick. Ama's painful story is one of what many Ghanaians are going through today. But there is hope for Ghanaians under the next NDC government. John Mahama will create the Mahama Cares Fund to support the cost of treatment of people suffering chronic illnesses such as kidney failure, cancer, diabetes, sickle cell, hypertension, and other heart diseases. Ghanaians can access free healthcare at CHIPS compounds, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics, whether or not they have NHIS cards. These interventions will be major sources of relief for the millions of Ghanaians who are suffering from these chronic diseases and are often left to their own fates. Indeed, Mahama cares. Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Are you ready for the dance party of a lifetime? The Rotary Club of Accra Airport, Rotary Club of Accra Premier International, Joy 99.7 FM, and the Gold Coast Restaurant bring you Pop Chain 2024, a special dance party to raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening. Come dance to the live music of the Lipstick Queens, the renowned old ladies band, as they give you a party like no other, whilst we raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening to allow early detection in our communities. The Pop Chain 2024 will take place on Saturday, the 16th of November 2024 at the Gold Coast Restaurant behind the police headquarters. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and the party kicks off at 7 p.m. Tickets are selling at 200 Ghana cedis and are available at the front desk of Joy 99.7 FM and Gold Coast Restaurant. For your ticket reservations, call or WhatsApp 0244 663968. Go grab your tickets fast. To support this worthy cause and initiative, you can send donations via our mobile money platform by dialing *714*003*3# and follow the prompts. Pop Chain 2024 with the Lipstick Queens is here. See you there.
This girl is on fire.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it was a dream, but the NPP delivered free SHS. Over the last 7 years, over 5 million students have benefited from free education. The program has significantly increased enrollment and provided access to education for many who might not have had the opportunity.
Before, my family couldn't afford it. Now I'm learning a trade under TVET, and I'm looking forward to a brighter future.
Free SHS gave me the chance to go to senior high school. I'm studying science and dreaming of becoming a doctor.
Free SHS, investing in Ghana's future, one student at a time. Let's protect the future of our young people by voting number 1 on December 7th. Vote for Baumia. Vote number 1.
Welcome back. Is the Super Morning Show on Joy, and today is the day that Donald Trump returns to the White House. We've been covering the declaration, which is yet to come, but of course the prediction of his win has already happened on several networks across the world, and we have been bringing you updates. Stay tuned. But just before we get into this, another message from a world leader.
Yes, the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer says, congratulations, President-elect Donald J. Trump, on your historic election victory. I look forward to working with you in the years ahead. As the closest of allies, we stand shoulder to shoulder in defense of our shared values of freedom, democracy, and enterprise. From growth and security to innovation and tech, I know that the UK-US special relationship will continue to prosper on both sides of the Atlantic for years to come. Signed, Keir Starmer, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
So the special relationship is alive and well. The cousins talking to each other there.
We shall see.
All right. Yes, indeed. Now, this year's edition of Kruntini Akwemu, Democracy and Good Governance Public Lecture of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, promises to be exciting. Get ready for captivating reflections on very important issues, in particular the intersection of democracy, governance, religious beliefs, and development. This year's public lecture will feature Emeritus Professor Geoffrey Haynes, Professor of Politics at London Metropolitan University in the UK, as speaker, and chairperson, Very Reverend Professor J.K. Asamoah-Gyedu, presiding bishop of the Methodist Church of Ghana, my presiding bishop. Converging under the theme Religion and Liberal Democracy in the Fourth Republic, don't be left out of this conversation. Join the lecture on Tuesday, November 12, 2024 at the British Council Auditorium here in Accra. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. Come on, let's explore how and why religion is consistently politically significant in Ghana and the democratic consequences of this development. Raymond, what?
The church is very glad to welcome you back. I mean, the church is welcoming with open arms. As the prodigal child, we are so happy. Everybody, in fact, we have to do a party for you because you deserve it. It's been a long time you've been in the wilderness. We are happy to welcome you back. We hope you stay.
you speaking for the church is like the cat speaking for the Mouse Association of Ghana. Anyway, continue.
Attack my Christian credentials this way.
Continue.
Now, did you know that all the 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians? When you refill your cylinder with us, you support the growth of indigenous businesses and create more jobs. But that's not the only reason for you to choose us. Our LPG distribution system offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket friendly. That is the thought system. So if you don't have money, if you're not going to eat at US Embassy, you can buy 20, 30, whichever amount that is available or you want to buy. Any amount. You don't have to necessarily buy a fully filled cylinder and take it home. Are you worried about being cheated with us? You can watch Feely as your cylinder gets filled. Plus, we are weighing scales at every station, so you can double check the weight of the quantity filled. That's trust and the transparency guaranteed. Switch to LPG for your car, especially if you drive a taxi. It's more environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem. And also, you can go green with LPG and make a difference. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Refill your LPG cylinder at your nearest gas station and help save our forest and environment. Let's protect Ghana for this generation and the next one. LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana, your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
Now, Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort is celebrating 20 amazing years this November. Come along and enjoy exclusive events, luxury stays, and unforgettable experiences, all in the heart of nature. Join them as they mark this milestone with special tours, relaxation, and their commitment to sustainability. Don't miss out. Book your experience today. Call 0264 241 549 now to secure your spot. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence, one exceptional resort.
Now I see Safari Valley Eco Park on TV, but right now let me tell you that conferencing doesn't have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both resort-centered and relaxing. I'm talking to you about Aqua Safari Resort. They give you the very best of both worlds, and even more than just that, let them take the stress out of the process for you. Just call them on 0540 1101 and 90 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
Okay then, don't forget at some point today to go to Kingdom Books and Stationery's website, kingdomstoreonline.com. Now, what I want you to look out for there are the prices of the great quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. Now, these guys have made it so that you can pay by Momo across all networks for whatever you buy, and of course, they will deliver very fast in Accra or Tema. You can pay. Terms and conditions do apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right. Well, listen. On this day, we've seen history made. Donald Trump is back in the White House. Kamala Harris has lost, and lost in ways that have surprised some. In some of the southern states, the Latino vote went to Trump.
True.
There are counties that have never voted Democrat since the 18th century.
Yeah.
But they voted, have never voted Republican since the 18th century. Starr County is one of them. Donald Trump won, beat
even
Kamala by
Arab
3 percentage
Americans.
points. Yes, they have all strangely endorsed Trump over Harris. And there is a need for further analysis. We'll do that.
True.
Tomorrow's Political Thursday. We will talk about the impact of the American election on the Ghanaian election coming up on December 7. Don't miss it. Until then, stay with joy. My name is Kojo Youngson, the morning man.
Raymond Aqua.
Next voice you will hear belongs to Dana Ohame. She has all the headlines from around the world.
I can't see.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet.